All right, we are recording a podcast now. Daniel, I've been wanting to get you to come on the show.
I mean, I've been here.
You have, but since we've been like set up like this,
Right.
I did. You know, we brought you in and let you do your life story, and it was a major story. I mean, bro, you have a lot of experience, but from time to time, you call me just check on me
Yes, I did.
to make sure that you know what I'm saying I'm doing all right.
Oh, yeah.
And rarely do people do that. But normally when you're calling me, what is the reason for you calling?
Mainly just to check on you because you're in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the spotlight, a lot of people are going to come at you. A lot of people are going to want to hang around you and do different things. And I'm just making sure your guards is up. You know what I'm saying? Because you cool like that. I mean, me, I'm laid back. I ride by myself all the time. So
Yeah.
I'll just be checking on you, making sure you good, you know?
Well, to me, bro, you always tell me to put God first when we talk.
Yes.
And that seems like, and also with your clothing line, it's centered around a lot of spirituality, which is stay prayed up.
Well, prayer is not a religion. And I try not to make it a religion, you know, because different people are going to look at you different. Prayer is something that we all should do, and it helps to balance your life. And like I was just saying not long ago, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't knock nobody that does it, but I don't do it. I mean, I'm naturally high, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good.
That energy drink.
And that energy drink. I mean, I do an energy drink. I mean, that's true, but I do an energy drink or something like that. But other than that, I don't do nothing.
Would you compare, Janelle, would you compare an energy drink to alcohol though?
No, I'm scared of energy drinks. I never even drank that Four Loco when it was out. I was scared of that thing. No
Loco?
way, Jose. I was not touching that thing
How is your practicing, your prayer practice? Do you pray?
every day.
Do you?
And I don't pray to ask for things. I pray for gratitude. Every now and then I pray to ask for things, but I would say at least 70% of the time it's gratitude, or I'm just praying that we're watched over. Safety, not things.
Are you asking to show more gratitude, or you're praying, you're just giving thanks
I'm praying
in
that
your
I woke
prayer?
up and I got life this morning.
So you
again
giving thanks in your
to
prayers.
do it all over again. Yeah.
So what she just said made a whole lot of sense. She said that she prayed that she woke up again. So you would say that what is it, YOLO? You only live once? That's a lie. You only die once. You wake
Yeah.
you
Oh,
wake
yeah,
up every
that's
day,
true.
you get to live.
Yep.
So you get a chance to do it over. So I believe in that. Go ahead. I mean, I was just listening on that. When she said that, I love that because you live more than once. Every day you wake up, you get a chance to do something different. And that's God. You know what I'm saying? I put that in God. I mean, we don't want to, it's too hard. I guess people think it's hard to walk correct or do things in order. It's not. You only make it hard. You know? If you say, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to stop drinking, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And if you put forth effort, you can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when people start saying things like, they look at you and say, "Oh, you boring," and this and that because you ain't doing what they doing. I already did that.
Yeah.
I changed the chapter in my life. I'm off to the next race. You know, I'm working on other stuff now. You know, I'm in the dump trucks, but now I want to get in the box trucks.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a big thing.
and it's all big because you're doing something different. Not to say I got some money, to do things to help other people. I help a lot of people. The way I call you, I call a lot of people.
Yeah.
I like to talk on the phone. I'll be like, how you doing? Hear your voice. Good? All right, holla at you. That's
Yeah.
me. You know, just to make sure you good because you in the spotlight. People gonna want to get close to you because you're doing something good.
Is it a problem with praying for material things?
I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem to pray for them. Not saying you're going to get them. God answer prayers, but he mainly wants you to pray to him. You know, be thankful for what you already have. because everything is materialistic. Our clothes, glasses, cars, houses. We don't get to take none of this stuff with us. I mean, think about it. All this stuff gonna be gone. You're gonna leave it to somebody else. They're gonna be fighting over it.
But when you pray, you're just mainly giving thanks.
Yeah, if I'm praying for material things, it's like, hey, I hope I can get this car fixed, or,
But why do you have to wait until you're like going through something in order to just simply pray for what you want?
I mean, the things that I want is my family to be protected. While I'm
Is
out
there
this
any
world.
material things that you do want, things that you
I
just
mean,
desire?
Not that they're not worth praying for, if that makes sense. If I get them, I get them.
How do you get things though?
You work.
And you get things on your own accord. Do you think God gives you everything that you got?
Everything that I have, I think I mean, you got to put forth effort with him. He'll give it to you. Just like, when he was telling Peter to get out the boat and come to him. He said, if it's you, Lord, command me to come to you. I think that he wants your help. He wants your help. He wants you to all the pain and stuff to be gone from your past and all of that. But he wants you to pray to him. I mean, I believe in that. I mean, look at all of the stuff that's going on today. Look at everything that's going on today.
Give me some examples.
I mean, just everything, how people dressing and acting and the way they carrying on themselves. And I mean, this is all written
Don't even call
down.
and check on you. Oh, a text is good enough, and if you call them, they'll send you the voicemail because they don't want to talk.
Well, people don't want to talk because a lot of people are depressed and don't know they're depressed. They don't know it. They don't know it. And I'm being honest. I ain't sugarcoating nothing because it is what it is. I mean, I'm protected by the best, and that is the Lord. Because, I mean, I walk with him daily. I'm always checking on folks. I'm always helping somebody. So it's a beautiful thing when you put forth effort to check on someone. Some people check on people just to get something from them. I don't check on people to get nothing from them because, I mean, what can you give me that God ain't already gave me? You know what I'm saying? God already done took care of me. God done took care of me. I mean, I'm different. I've been different. I done walked through the storm, done been through everything. I done been in the fights, the shootouts, everything. I done been through all of that. Now God's showing me something different. He's showing me how to tell the truth.
So when we look at our culture, and I see that our culture is under a lot of scrutiny a lot of times.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, but doesn't it take time to mature out of the stuff that you used to go through? Because like it seems like to me when I hear the talking bad about like we just is so lit and wild, it seems like they talking about kids though, for the most part.
No, they not. It's more adults that's grown, that's my age and older, talking just as silly as the kids are. And the kids learning
They
it.
got no example.
They learning everything that they see. They thinking school is hard. They thinking things is, if you're living up under a parent, man, that's beautiful.
I don't know,
You
man.
know, you ain't got to pay no bills. You ain't got to buy your clothes. I mean, you got it good. It ain't hard to go to school and learn. You're distracted by other people.
Out of 10 adults, and we'll say 30 years and up, that's where I'll consider somebody to be a for real man or a woman.
Yeah, at 30. At 30.
How many of them out of black people, out of 30 people, men 30 and up, how many are drug dealers?
Oh, 30 and up. It's not a lot of drug dealers.
Okay, but I'm just asking, how many are drug dealers?
Out of 10,
Yeah.
I would just say only 2 or 3 out of 10.
2 or 3 out of 10? Do you think it's that many?
Some are
Hold on, you
bigger
saying
and some are little.
when you say a drug dealer, you talking about somebody that handles marijuana or
Right.
drugs,
Heroin, crack.
I mean, you saying all
Street
of
drug,
it.
street drug dealers.
heroin or crack. I would
Okay,
say
you know what
10%.
first you got to know what a drug dealer is.
All
A
right,
drug dealer
come
is a person that can take one of his medication pills and sell it to you.
Yeah, that's true.
They consider it as a drug dealer. I mean, It depends on what you're talking about.
But I'm not
because-
talking about that. I'm not talking about
Are you
that.
talking about crack? Or are you talking about?
I'm not
marijuana?
talking
Or
We just talking about just dope. But like when somebody said they sell dope,
you gotta
we
be
talking about
specific.
cocaine, heroin.
I just say 1 out of 10, maybe a
Well,
half out.
I don't
of
know
10.
if it's gonna offend some people, but they ain't really considered as drug dealers. They considered as purse carriers because they working for someone else.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. What's your definition of a drug dealer? A person
Just somebody that's
giving to
going-
people,
somebody that's
or the
going to-
people that's peddling out there doing it. Like, which
Both.
one is it?
They could be the plug or they
You
could be
or
the person.
plug or-
My goal is to pray for those who
Yeah.
think they drug dealers and get them out of that and get them on a job.
Right.
But I don't even
Less
like
than
to
a
think
regular
about it.
job.
I don't even really like to think
Okay,
about
but
it
my
because
point in asking that is to say when we
Yeah.
start talking about like it's not kids that's making this negative imagery on black people, but it's grown men. I'm trying to figure out
It's not-
what
it's
do they
bigger than
do?
that.
What are they doing that's putting a negative image on black people?
It's the society propagating a negative image on black people. First of all, media always pays attention to all the negative, not all the negative, but a lot of the negative stuff going on in our community is zoomed in. So let's start there. Media. They want to portray.
But how
negative.
many of the stereotypes people are actually living out these stereotypes that they're putting on us?
It was less than half. They want to, enhance the sexy red. They want to enhance, do with his pants down to his ankles, whoever that may be.
So do we have a problem in our community, in our culture? Or is it just the media acting like
It's the
we are?
media.
So we don't-
Hold on. Wait. We can
Because
back
what
up
about
a little
white
bit.
people with trailer trash and all that? You don't see that get enhanced. And I done delivered to some trailer parks, and this kind of dangerous.
But listen, we done came out the gate and the chains are off. So
No, they're
people
not.
think the chains are off. When you say physically,
yeah.
they're off,
Yeah.
and then people are doing what they think they doing, but they keeping you right here in this little
Yeah.
bubble. You ain't really doing nothing. You get to go to Vegas. You get to go to this place. You ain't really doing
That's
nothing.
what it is.
And then, they making it seem like, everything you see on TV is so real. Half of these cats that show the money and all of that, they ain't got no
They
money.
rented it.
They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. I mean, and people that got wads of money, that really ain't no money either. When you can start using your your credit, your homes, your vehicles, and put them to your advantage to get what you want, like a lot of big time people do, then you moving somewhere. But when you just limit yourself showing stacks of money, old money, you know what I'm saying? Not the new faces, but the old money. I'm just saying it'd be funny to me because
He said not even
no,
the
but
new
I'm not even the new faces. It's the old one. It's like you hustling backwards. You hustling backwards, and all you doing is showing the people that's less than you what you got. You ain't going out here showing the big time people in Miami and all of them what you got. You ain't driving down their streets. You ain't showing them popping off no jewelry to them because they own the jewelry store. So, we in this make believe thing of we doing something and we doing. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, and people can say what they want, but you got to grow up out of that. You got to grow up out of that, and I'm willing to help my people and love them and pray for them that they can become better. Because if they only thinking on their level, they not thinking on my level. And my level is different from theirs. I mean, not saying I'm better or whatever, just like when you started, go for your mouth first. The things you started, people may have laughed in the beginning. They ain't laughing now. They ain't laughing now. They ain't looking at you like, dang, I should have got in with him or I should have did this. And that's how I talk. I wish I would have did this, but God did it exactly when he wanted me to.
All right. So in our community, does God intervene? Do you think God intervenes on human activity?
All the time.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on a case by case, I would say, because, for some sort of intervention to take place, true intervention, God has to be within somebody, within that entity. And I say that because there's a lot of lawlessness that also takes place that's not godlike. And if there's not God and anyone involved in situations, there's not going to be any intervention until someone with some sort of godliness comes in between before the law or somebody comes in and just starts spraying everything out, depending on what the situation is.
So would you say, Daniel, you said that you think God intervenes in things all the time. So when somebody gets killed, just from some street stuff, is that God's plan?
That ain't God's plan. But I believe that he give the devil permission to go out there and taunt people. I believe that. I believe that he let the devil. See, we talk about God, 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 God. Don't nobody ever say nothing about the devil. The devil is just as real as he is.
What about
Because
people
they
that
out
are
here.
accountable
He's
for
out
themselves?
here.
But doesn't God allow the devil to operate?
It depends. If you could say like this is how I look at it. All right, and this is not really. I mean, I can say it's personal, but God, he'll say, "Well, all right, go over there and test Daniel. You know, see if he gonna fall for the okie doke. You know, and if I don't, I go through stuff. Maybe some money. It may be losing something. It may be he's gonna test you every time. Family members dying, everything. He's gonna keep testing you to see if you're gonna go back and pick up that little sip or that little whatever. Because see, I don't touch nothing. I don't sneak and take a sip. I wake up on 10 every day. You know how the average person wake up and they be like, oh, my back or my neck. And I don't even do that. And I ain't got the best beds in my house.
Yeah.
Now everybody like, you got one of them, what is it?
Sleep number.
Yeah, and all that. I don't need all that. I don't need all that because it's beds everywhere. So I just get up and be like, God, you did it again. You did it again. You know? So what's my move now? You know, you go out here and you help somebody else. If you capable and able to do the things yourself, we know you can go buy yourself a car. We know you can go do this. What can you do for someone else to make them feel good? That's trying. I ain't talking about just do it for anybody.
Right.
The ones you see trying, but they ain't get no success. You know?
Yeah. But with the God and the devil, that particular relationship, do you think God is allowing the devil to exist?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, if
Just tell
people
me.
just equate the devil, but I mean, just to go any further, I just think, for lack of better words, people just need to have more accountability for themselves. You can't necessarily control everything that happens around you, but you can control how you react.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Not if you distracted. And I'm not going against what
Well,
you
yeah, you're not
said.
gonna have control
Because a lot of
You need to get
people
that
are
under control.
distracted by what's around them. They using their eyes more than their heart or their soul. I use your soul because I don't even use your heart. Everybody say heart. Your soul. Everybody forgot about their soul. Your soul is there. You know it's there. It's days where you done cried when nobody was around and you done shedded tears because you know your soul is still there and you want to see better in your life. And then you just go along with what people is doing. That's not being better.
Of
So
course not.
God is, I mean, I wake up to him every
But
day.
what's the distraction though?
The company you keep.
Yeah, that's it. Your
But
cell
who-
phone. Your phone is your distraction too.
That's company.
If y'all
That's
had
your company.
if you had a choice to live perfectly in the will of God but didn't have free will,
I wouldn't want it.
I wouldn't want
Or-
it. I'm on free will.
you want free
It
will?
should
I
be
want
a
free
choice.
will.
Why
I want free will.
Why would the Most High God, omnipresent, why would God want people that are robots?
I don't know.
He's making robots now to do everybody's work. If y'all ain't noticed it,
I mean, but
he does that. I mean, you don't want to do it, so I'm gonna let these robots do it.
but
You
the
know?
human brain is just.
I know that, but this the disappointing. Are you disappointed in yourself when you feel like you disappointed God?
Of course, you're disappointed in yourself. I mean, I wouldn't say you should be, but anytime that you may have did something that's not up to your standards, or you feel like you failed at something, you're disappointed.
I
If
hate
you
to
have any
fail.
accountability, if you have any sort of remorse about yourself, and remorse ain't not necessarily doing something super extreme all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it possible to live sin free?
No. Who's sin free?
Is it
baby?
possible?
Oh, you
If
talking about
we're
is
taking
you talking about
away
Jesus?
taking away thoughts, taking away thoughts,
Yeah, if you die at the age of 5.
taking away
Listen,
taking away
listen,
what is
listen.
called transgressional sin, or
Listen.
when you're just thinking of
No,
something.
no.
Is it
we was
possible
born in
to
sin.
is it possible to live sin free?
No.
No, because
Why
we
is it
was
not?
born.
That's
We was
ridiculous.
born.
It's
We
ridiculous.
was born.
I thought you said we choose to
No,
do
no,
the
no,
things
no,
that
no,
we
no,
do.
no, no. We choose,
Cut it out.
but you can be. You can hold on. I'm listening to what he's saying,
I'm telling
and
you,
I understand
knock
what
it
he's
off.
doing, and I understand what he's saying, and I understand where he's coming from. But listen to what you're saying. We choose to do the things that we do. Not saying your choice is not going to be the right. I mean, your choice is going to be the right choice. You're going to always make a bad choice in your life.
But making a wrong choice, or answering a question wrong, it's not the same as sin.
Of course not. You answer.
Sin is transgression of the law.
Yeah.
So if you take your time to learn the law, you know what these laws are, why can't you avoid making those mistakes? Like,
Because you can accidentally stub your toe or something and then
You
cuss.
cuss everything.
but that's not a.
That's
I don't think
yes,
cussing
it
is.
Cussing makes you sound like you illiterate.
It
For
might
real.
make you sound like that, but there is a scripture that says, "Be ye not overly righteous," and don't force yourself. Like, don't call something a sin that is not. Something may be, you wish you didn't do it, but it's not necessarily a sin. So
What would
why
that
is
be?
it not? So I'm saying, if we are born into sin,
Listen.
how can you be punished for sinning?
Listen. If I mean, you can be punished if you know it's a sin and you done it. You know you done it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know it's a sin. But that ain't the kicker. If we keep allowing things in our life to just pass through, like some of the things we say, we be like, that's okay. That's okay. No, it ain't. Stop doing that. Because if you keep doing that, a person will keep thinking it's okay to do, and then they'll never get better. You may grow and I may grow. What about that person over there that wants to grow but can't grow because of the things that's around them and they don't know how to get away from it? We too busy living our life. How do we help them? How do we help the little boy to get off crack?
What? A
Oh,
little bit of
no.
crack.
21 years old.
Oh, okay.
How do we help him to get off of drugs or crack?
He's gotta
I mean,
help
I'm just
himself.
saying.
He's gotta
No,
wanna help himself.
but listen, his family tried to help him. Everybody tried to help him. But here I come. Here come Daniel. Just bump into him out of nowhere up at the gas station. He been clean over a year now.
Yeah.
Calls me every day.
It takes different people.
It takes different
sometimes
people
but
to-
you can't blame that on his family.
No,
At that point,
no,
whatever
we're
you
not
had to
blaming it on
say
them.
Was a hammer that hit the nail.
My son may listen to him, but won't listen to me.
That's why I said
Right.
the hammer that hit
You
the
know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's true.
Because they know me.
A prophet is never accepted in his own town.
So are you basically
Especially in his
saying
family.
that it's too many people out here for themselves? Is that what you're trying to get to?
No, I'm not saying that they're just for self. Action speaks louder than words. You just watch people. People will tell you who they are, what they do. Watch them. My pastor always say that. I mean, don't tell me what you're gonna do, Daniel. When I be like, I'm gonna clean the baptism pool tomorrow, and then tomorrow get here and I never clean it, and then Sunday get here, and then I'm trying to say, I'm gonna do it this Monday. He say, stop telling me.
Okay,
Show me.
let's hold on. Let me break this down
He
for you
said,
guys.
show me.
Like out for yourself in the respect that the way the world is, do you feel like a lot of people are too self-centered, and that's why a lot of things are the way they are, because they're busy just feeding themselves and consumed within themselves, that they're not focused on anyone else. Like how you say you check on people.
Everybody's not going to do that. You got to be. It's
Well,
a
everybody has
gift.
their
It's a
niche,
gift.
yeah.
It's a gift from God.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that gift,
Yeah.
and everybody's not going to get that gift. And you say, well, why he ain't going to give it to everybody?
Well, not that
only
gift.
very few are chosen to
I mean,
do
people
that.
doing for others in their own way, whatever that may be. Is that what you feel like? A lot of people are so consumed in themselves that they don't even try to think about no one else or think about benefiting somebody else. They're just thinking about, oh, how am I going to get mine? What's in it for me?
A lot of people are like that. That a person that ain't never had nothing, they'll act like that. But if God blessed you with something, I watched my daddy take care of 13 children. My mama had, like, from my mother. Okay, 2 dads, 13 children. 13 from my mother. We didn't ever get exactly what we wanted. We got what we needed. And that's how my mother was. So when I used to be little, I said, when I grow up, I'm going to get this and I'm going to get that and I'm going to have a TV in every room. And I used to say that and not knowing what I was saying, but then growed up and did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have it. I gave my kids everything. So when my kids act a certain way, I'm at fault because I spoiled them and made them that way. You know, so they got to have the best apartment or the best shoes and all that because I'm the one did that to them. My mama didn't do it to us, but I want it because I watched other kids have it.
Yeah.
I watched them come to school with new shoes on Christmas, like another day. You know, mama got us clothes, she got us stuff, but it wasn't like the other kids. So we felt like I felt like I was left out on certain things. So it made me go harder. Go hard, and then I just started going harder every time. Every time I just kept going. And I'm like that today.
All right. So I wanted to just ask this question because I still want to stay with this sin topic a little bit.
Okay.
Is it possible to go an hour without sinning?
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous.
Why is my question ridiculous? I don't get.
No,
I'm asking.
Hold on.
So wait a minute. So wait. So just
sleeping.
walk with me. Right. Well, I'm talking about why you're
it's
awake.
possible. Hold on. Listen. And I'm gonna answer it for him. So we ain't playing with this.
Right.
It's possible for you to go 8 hours without sinning
Right.
because you
Alright.
sleep.
Well,
All
I
right.
just said that. I just said that.
You
I'm
sleep.
talking, but I
8
mean
hours.
awake. Awake. Is it possible to go 1 hour without
I
sinning
would
while
hope
you're
so.
awake?
Goodness, what are you doing that you can't not sin?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, it is because
You
you
can go
can
days and
you can
months
pray
without
an
sinning.
hour a day. You can pray an hour a day.
So wait, now let's go back to what you said. You can go how long?
You can go days and months without sinning if you want. to.
Days and months. You can go a month without sinning?
I mean, I would think so. I don't think about it. I don't be like, oh man, I just did something bad.
I'm just asking.
And I'm just saying, the thing about it is, people have to want to be good.
You know what? Now that he say that, with God, all things are possible.
Yeah.
All things are
Philippians
possible.
4:13.
With God, all things are
And
possible.
I don't think that you have to sin.
You don't have to. Why? That doesn't even sound right. Why would somebody think they have to sin?
Exactly. So if somebody doesn't have to, then it's possible to live a sin-free life. I mean, after you try, after you come to a certain point, it's possible for you not to sin.
Well, you got to get away from everybody because other people are going to bring you into that. Because everybody that's out here, if you look at that picture over there, and I'm looking at it, having them cats or, that's on there, somebody else showed them their way. And that's how they was taught, just like me. But for me to come out of what I was doing, I feel good. I mean, I feel a person couldn't feel like this.
Yeah.
I feel better at this age than I did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, because I'm getting to live in peace.
Yeah.
And if you get to live in peace, where nothing is taunting you, the devil, the and this is not talking about nobody, the bottles, the marijuana, the women and all that. Once you get all of that stuff under control, temptation is always in your mind, but how you control it determines your outcome.
So not talking about you personally, but how do men control the thirst for women?
Prayer. Because when you got one standing in front of you, God will show you everything. If you love the Lord the way you say you do and you show him, he'll let that woman in front of you be so, like my wife. I mean, I'm about to have tears in my eyes because she's so amazing today now that I'm waking up. I'm looking at everything I done missed. And I'm not just saying that. I've been with this woman 32 years. Wow. And out of 32 years, I actually can look over at her and say, I appreciate this woman for even putting up with a day of my mess.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying what she done is all perfect. I'm not judging her. I'm talking about me. Yes, I'm looking at what I do today. I mean, everything is pretty. My cars are pretty. You know what I'm saying? And you look at a woman, and sometimes the devil will come in the form of a car or a woman. You know what I'm saying? So when you say lusting for women, just remember they BBLs and all of that, and all this what they putting on them. Mm-hmm. Just remember they still got to go to the bathroom like we do. Mm-hmm. So them things will make you look different at a person and say, okay, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? It ain't making you perfect. It ain't making you no punk. It ain't making you nothing. Is it possible to love one woman and one woman only? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because once you grow out of mess, God starts showing you.
Yeah.
Man, listen, it was a point where I thought I would never, me and my wife was going at it toe to toe, and I love her dearly. We was going at it, and I knew it was the devil, but my faith was getting little because of the things that was happening. But when I go to church, my faith will lift back up, and I say, I know it's the devil. I know it's the devil. I got to keep praying for my wife. I got to keep praying for me. Mm-hmm. I got to keep praying. And I kept praying, and look what happened.
Yeah.
My wife said, all this got to stop. We got to get right with God. I said, what? And that's how it happens. You need a God snaps his fingers and say, look, it's time to stop playing. Mm-hmm. Because if you keep playing, you're going to die playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who going to look up to you, really look up to you if you keep doing the same thing? I was the bad one. So everybody looked up to me as being bad because I knew how to be bad. But I said, I can be good too. But it's going to take practice.
So out of the 32 years of marriage, how many years of that just combined do you feel like your wife had to put up with you doing some bull stuff?
Every day. Every day.
Today.
I was a drinker. Not today. Well, you know what? You said that. And I hold on. Let me take it back. I buy mops all the times in buckets. And the mop and bucket in our house was gone. She had put it in the garage. It matches the ones I buy. So I ain't never seen her put them in the garage. So I'm like, that's mine. So I'm taking it over to the job site and use it. And I grabbed it. Today, she said, why you take the mop from our house? I said, I ain't took no mop. That was my mop. And I'm going back and forth with her when I should have just said, Daniel, quit. But I'm up there like, I did not take the mop. Why would I take our mop from the home?
Yeah.
And me and her went at it today. We was going at it. But then I had to stop and pause. I ran over in Lowe's, bought another one, took it back, set it in the house. Now use this one. Use this one right here. Mm-hmm. These other two out here, I keep for the jobs. But I had to remember. And then she put a note on my Chick-fil-A bag, not even knowing she bought Chick-fil-A for me. It said, stop taking stuff from the house that belongs at the house. I love you. Oh. Boy, tears came to my eyes, went in there, hugged her. That's how God works. See, God works like that. Now, me and her could have went at it all day. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys...
I can buy a mop company. You know what I mean? Well, she knows I can.
Well, okay, and I hear that, right? But with more serious issues that could be like break up a situation, has she had to put up with any of that type of stuff?
What do you mean break up?
Well, it's
okay. Well, listen. Now we talking about you telling me my personal life. If I put it this way, I done did a lot of things in my time as being a man that done ran the streets or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's many a days that she could have walked away from me.
Right.
She could have walked away. And I take full blame because I am a man.
Yeah. And
at one point, I used to try to point the finger at her. Mm-hmm. As a boy growing up without his father, it took a lot on me. So yes, I was a mean person on the inside, but she'll tell you today and a year, 2-3 years ago, she'll say, Daniel love himself. Yeah. He love himself now because he's doing things different. He's starting to listen. I listen to her, but as the man, I got to say, look, we arguing over a mop. I go buy a mop. We're not going to argue over that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Because that ain't even serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the things that I look at today, I want men to actually step up, be the man that they're supposed to be in their home and say, look, I'm sorry, I did this. It's time for me to stop. It's time for all men need a mentor.
Yeah.
Now, if a man ain't got a mentor, something wrong with him. He'll say, oh, I got the house, I got the money, I got this, but you ain't got God.
Those kind of men don't think anything.
They don't think nothing wrong.
They just think they're perfect.
They think they're perfect, and a lot of them do. Now, I'm not talking about all men. I'm just saying some men. But all men needs a mentor in their life. Somebody to look up to that's walking correctly for years. Now, you try to say how you find one of them. Timothy Cargo, my pastor. I watched this man for years take care of his wife, and they loved each other. I was riding 15 years ago when I first started in church with him. We riding down the highway. I'm in the back seat. They had a disagreement. They pulled over and went into prayer.
Oh, wow, that's nice. That's awesome.
They had a disagreement. We would call it an argument. They wasn't yelling at each other. They was disagreeing. Pulled over, took his seatbelt off. They grabbed hands. Man, woo! I was right there to see that. And I said, I wish me and my wife was like that. Now we like that today. After 15 years, we can go into prayer and help each other. Because when God marries a person, it says for better or for worse, sickness and health. He didn't say when y'all have an argument and y'all disagree or y'all fight, go out, divorce, get another woman, try it again until you get it right. He didn't say that.
Right.
And a lot of people are going to be judged off of that. That ain't my judgment. But I knew this was the woman. She had my kids. She's down by law. Even the time when we was arguing, she could have went to any account at the banks and said, let me pour this. Let me take this.
Yeah.
She didn't do that. She didn't. She like, I'm playing my role. And that's what I love about her. She played her role and I'm playing mine. Ain't nobody stepping on nobody's toes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what people need to start doing more of. Paying attention to what's real instead of what's fake. And there's a lot of fake stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's why so many women are alone or turning to other women or doing this and doing that because they are broken. And they don't know they broken. Or some know they broken and just keep going on and on and on and on and living as if nothing is wrong. Fixing up the outside, but the inside is tore up.
Yeah.
And we need more prayer because it can fix the inside. We need more leaders for the young girls, not for them to take off their clothes. That's why everything is a temptation now because everybody taking off their clothes. I mean, look at what's going on the internet. You turn on the internet and you may just be going on there to browse to look at your stuff, and here come naked boo boo or
Facebook stories go crazy.
I'll raise my hand.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I do understand women taking off their clothes, but me being a woman, I'm fully clothed probably like 99% of the time, especially living in Dayton. And I'm always, hey, what's up, light skin? Hey, ooh, all these cat calls, and I'm fully dressed. I even purposely, I do it for fighting as well, but also I stay under like 150 and 160 because I got tired of the, oh, damn, oh.
Yeah.
You know, since I'm a little smaller now, I weigh 140 something, I get at least more respectable approaches, like actually approach like a human being, which is sad because when, I was a little fuller because I weighed an extra 10 to 15 pounds, like, oh, I got all that extra crap. And I'm fully clothed. Most of the time when I'm out and about, I'm in my exercise clothes or I'm in my some work pants or some jeans.
Well, people are gonna do that. I mean, you got people that's gonna speak to you and come at you. Now, it's you and 5,000 other women they done did that to in a day, and it was a point
it's not
where
always the clothes, is what I'm saying.
it ain't always the clothes, but I'm talking about it makes it easier for a man to come at a woman and not be attracted to one woman because here all it is sitting over here. You know what I mean?
But
They
he should be
looking
attracted to his woman because she's fully clothed and ain't out there doing
no,
nothing.
and listen, that ain't what they own though. They being distracted by things, drinks, smoking,
Well, they need to
all
know
of the
that.
stuff.
That's something
It's
they need to
hard to
take
be.
accountable.
It's hard to be that when you always going out experiencing the world. Now, you ain't got to go to everything that you invited to,
Right.
and people don't understand that. You invited to this and it's free. People will go. They'll go. Even if it costs a little bit, they'll go. Sometimes God say, stay still. How do you get your blessing? Oh, I'm blessed already. That's nothing compared to what God can give you.
They think 'cause they
Nothing.
got this.
Nothing.
you
And that ain't nothing.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you and your man prayed together?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
How-
the last one. I don't know what was wrong with that dude. I mean,
Did y'all try to pray?
the last person, he was just on some, I don't know, some weird shallow stuff, and it to where I just felt like I was just gonna bang my head against the wall. I didn't feel like the relationship was going anywhere. He's a good person in his way. You know how some people will love you the way they think they're supposed to love you instead of paying attention to how you need to be loved. He's one of them people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
for the
this
most-
is
my last small relationship.
Your
was
last
like
small
9 months or
relationship.
something.
but
Right.
any relationship that you have been in that you
Yeah.
guys kind of like put prayer and put
Like my
God
big
first,
ones, yeah, my big ones, yeah.
Mhm.
Like engagement, married, yeah.
and then still it didn't work out or what?
I mean, obviously, we're not together, but for that time, prayer does work, but prayer has to work with action. You can pray for somebody all you want to, but if they don't want to change for whatever you wanting them to change for, then
So
it's got to be some action with that prayer.
right, but are y'all praying together or you're praying for them?
I've never been in a situation like where he said, "Oh, y'all got a problem. We pray about it," that kind of thing. No, I've never had that. We pray to be thankful, pray before we go to bed together, type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so y'all did pray together.
We'll pray like together to get here to and fro, for protection, that kind of thing, but not in the context of what he was speaking of, like, hey, we got a problem. Let's stop what we're doing right here and there, and let's pray about that. I think.
Well,
that's
that was
awesome.
the highway
But
ride.
how
But
do-
so,
but
Well, I'm
so
talking about he said he does
hold
it
on.
now
But
too.
how do we know that? Okay, just say for instance that we all sitting here now.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all? And this is the biggest question I can ask for y'all. Do y'all believe in spirits?
Of course.
Okay, so every person you ever laid down with, they had a spirit inside of them. Okay, do you believe them spirits can be transformed to another body?
I feel like they can alter your mood.
Exactly. Now, here we get into it. Spirits are real. Because if we die, what all we have? We got the flesh. They put it back in the ground. What's left? The
is a
spirit.
soul and
Yeah,
a
yeah,
spirit
there
the
it
same?
is,
Is
there
a
it
soul and a spirit the
Sorry,
same
yeah.
thing, or is it
Your
different?
your soul is here. I'm saying your spirit is how you think and everything and how you talk, and
Yeah.
that's you. That's you made that spirit up. That's you. Spirits can come out of people and go into other people.
Are
I think it's soul transfer.
are souls and spirits the same thing?
I would have to ask my pastor that. I don't want to go answering that just to think I know something, because I don't know everything. But I think that half the people that act the way they act is because spirits done been transformed into them out of other people, and they never got prayed out.
Right.
Soul is something that's
When a person go to church, they
soul,
pray.
A soul is within your living body. A spirit is something that's outside of the body, but it's
It can leave outside of the body. Your soul is always there, and you can lose your soul, but it's still there.
It's an act.
You can.
Liked it.
Did you hear me? You can lose
You
it.
got one more cup.
You know what I'm saying? You can lose it.
I got
And
something
when
to put
people
over
say you
top.
lost your soul, it's there, but
Or
you're not
another cup
using
and put
it.
that on top.
You're not using it. And I believe that. So I don't tell people just what they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear, because I want people to be honest with me.
Yeah.
I want them to be honest with me so I can get it together. And it's three people, and I'm going to say it right now on national TV, wherever we at, La La Land, wherever we at. 3 people that can get up under my skin, and I love them dearly. That's my pastor, that's my wife, and that's Lemio Makeups in California, because they know me. They know me. They know me so good that when they say something and it irritate me and I get upset and push back away from them, it's because they're right.
Right.
And my wife do that a lot. She does that a lot. She'll tell me something and I don't want to hear it. She'll try to make me hear it, and I say, stop, because I got enough of it. I heard it. I ain't trying to flip the script. You ain't going to catch me cussing. And that's another thing these men do. They cussing at these women. I ain't cussed
Like
at
they
my
don't
wife. That's my
mean that.
wife.
Right, like they-
I ain't going to never. You ain't going to hear me cuss.
Yeah.
Even me and her having a conversation, debating it. She don't hear me cuss at all. Them bees and all that calling her out her name.
Oh,
God
man.
hears everything you
We're
say.
not doing that.
And I didn't know it. I would have rather been caught by the law
Yeah.
than to be caught by God.
Right.
And all these cats that get to go to jail and come back and do their thing and start all over again. God didn't get me like that. He was making me go up to the church, unlock it, go in there, cry on the floor at 12 o'clock at night. See, I didn't run to family and friends. I ran to the church. They gave me keys. And when they gave me them keys, I said, bye.
Yeah.
I ain't going over my family's house. They got just as much problems as I do.
Yeah.
So why would I go to them and say, yeah, you know, she put me out? Ain't none of them going to say, yeah, she should have put you out. They ain't going to say that. They're going to say, you know what? You can stay over here. Now your problems and their problems all combined together. People run and spend the night over people's houses. Man, I rented that church. I laid on that floor and I cried. I cried. It was a wet spot when I wake up because I wanted to become different. And God did that. I ain't just acting. You can't put on an act like this. Denzel ain't got nothing on this. This ain't an act. This is real because your body feel different. Your mind, you move different. You don't want to go to the places you used to go to. You feel real uncomfortable. Real uncomfortable. You'll try to fit in. God say, I don't want you over there. You don't fit in with them. No, it ain't that you better than them. You just don't want that no more because it remind you of old behavior.
When coming into new relationships, do you trust people 100% and let them do something to remove that trust? Or do you make them...
Oh, that's me. Y'all go ahead. I'm sorry. I should have cut that off. And that's the little guy that I was telling y'all about.
Oh.
This is him. He calls me and he be on it. If y'all hear the conversation,
yeah.
boy, he can sing and everything. But call it. I'm going to call you right back, okay?
All right.
All right?
Yep.
I got you.
All right.
Good little dude. When I tell you good little dude.
Do you give somebody 100% trust out the
Initially.
gate and
Initially,
then
I
and
used
then
to,
take
but-
it away from them, or now do
Initially-
you make them earn trust?
Initially, I used to do that. Now you got to earn it. Now,
And how does
nowadays,
somebody
it's just,
earn trust with you?
Just not showing red flags, matching the energy that I'm giving you, showing some sort of leadership and initiative. I don't want to say as a man because I can't tell you how to be a man, but I know when somebody is being assertive and commanding respect and commanding leadership, I know that, and I can feel when somebody's not and they being a little passive. I know the difference.
Passive?
Yeah, where I'm just laid back about everything. I'm just easygoing. You know.
You don't like that?
No, no. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to say as a man or whatever. I'm just saying what is going to get my attention is somebody that is commanding assertion, commanding leadership in a respectful way, of course. Or you can't just be commanding leadership and assertion and you don't possess those qualities in your life. You're not living that life to do that. It has to match to some extent.
Sometimes we don't trust ourselves, let alone somebody else trusting us.
I trust
You know what I'm
myself.
saying? No, you trust yourself to a certain extent. Because there's some things that you
myself
done
enough.
done. But, well, I'm not saying, I'm not going to really speak for you. Let me just pretend that a person is sitting here, right here, and they say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have one drink. All right? You go out, you have one drink. Then you have another. You didn't even trust yourself enough to have that one and go on about your business, go home. You'll have another and then another and another. Because sometimes you don't trust yourself. So, no, I'm saying people will do that. So putting trust in others, that's where God come into play. You got to put God in it.
Yeah.
I can sit up here and say, I trust you all day.
Well, when you say that you can't live a sin-free life, that's essentially saying you don't trust yourself.
I trust myself. What are you looking at me for?
Both of you guys. When you say, I'm going to sin.
I didn't say who said
No.
Y'all
When you
both
said you can't live a sin-free life, I'm not God. I'm not God. And I always looked at God as we was born in sin. So I'm looking at God. I'm looking at God.
Every time we sin, normally
I become
choose to sin. The sin to me that like really makes me feel bad that I do it is when I knew not to do it and I did it anyway as a choice. Now, if I don't know something, for example, I feel like I don't eat pork, right? That's a Levitical law. It says don't eat swine, don't eat no shrimp or lobster or whatever. If I ignored that and ate it anyway, then I would feel like, look, bruh, you did something really wrong. But if for example, like let's say I didn't know that Saturday was the Sabbath and I worked on Saturday, right? I wouldn't consider that it is still sin because you're responsible.
People that work on Saturdays, even though our country operates on Saturdays business wise, that's the big money.
Do I judge people? Yes, if you do something,
Saturday is the most
Every day.
busiest money day ever.
yeah, but there's the sacrifice that you need in order to really be solid.
Well, I don't work
I
on
work
I
every
don't
day,
work
so
on
that
Saturdays and
person?
Sundays.
Well, I don't
You know
want.
what? I'm not a bill paying in my house.
My store is open on Saturdays too, but it's if I am striving
You
to
close on
practice
Sunday?
the law.
Like Chick-fil-A, closed on Sunday.
Yeah, but that's hypocrisy though. For Chick-fil-A to do that,
Sabbath.
Chick-fil-A is doing some fugazi.
I mean, but they're
To
you
close
know,
on Sunday as though that's the Lord's day, but it's
they
not
have
real.
Christian values and
They got
and
Christian
with
values.
the Roman
Now, hold
Catholics,
on,
with the
and you allowed
Romans,
that, and you
with
can't
the
take that away
Sunday.
from them because everybody's got their own beliefs, and you to knock somebody else's belief. I know who I believe in, and that's all that counts for me. I can't make you believe in Jesus Christ or none of that. But if I believe in Jesus Christ and I was brought up on that and mama took me to church, I fell out of a door, started running with the car, could have fell up under the car, but I didn't. I start believing in this, like this is who helped me.
Well,
you know,
to
and stuff
me,
like
I
that
think
as a
that
kid.
if you're gonna be a Bible
But in a
thumper,
sense-
if you're gonna be a
no,
Bible
not
thumper,
even a Bible thumper. It
well,
ain't even so
Chick-fil-A
much
is sitting in a situation where they act like there's certain things that they don't want to tolerate and that they don't want to deal
It's
with.
their business.
And it could be their business, but it's my business to look at them as well. They can look at others and judge, and I can look at them
Hold
and
on,
judge.
who are they judging?
Well, I've heard them, and I
It's
judge
their
it.
business.
Hold on, wait.
Allowed to do
Who are they judging?
I mean, they definitely judge homosexuals.
Listen.
They don't have to
Hold on,
have that. It's their
wait. Adam and Eve. We didn't hear nothing else about nobody else.
Well,
Okay.
we're not even
All
talking
I ain't
right,
saying
all
judging
right.
it,
All
All
right.
right.
Business.
All right, and
But
that's
I'm just
true.
saying-
That's true.
but we
And
didn't hear nothing about nothing else.
Hold on, but look, bro. Okay, but we heard Sabbath, and Saturday is the Sabbath. We didn't hear nothing else about no Sunday. So don't
What about
stop
how you
and
think
where
about-
it's convenient
What do
for
you think
you.
about Christians then? They go to church on Sunday.
That's what they're practicing, but it is it's a
Sundays are,
misinterpretation of the
days.
it's a misinterpretation of the law. Sunday is not the Sabbath.
I know that,
So then if they would study more and really be about it,
but they're devout.
I mean, they're
Christians.
using the
Christians
same-
use Sunday.
but they're
They
using
doing exactly the
Hold on.
same thing that's done on Saturday,
You can't
on
make them
Sunday.
run
They're
their
I mean, I'm just
using-
saying, but
away.
why?
But no, wait a
if-
minute.
if-
They're
if-
using the same law code to condemn
using-
homosexuals.
Hold on,
They're
it's
using
not
the same law
condemning no
code.
one.
That same law code tells them to go to church and worship the Most High
They're
on the
going to
Sabbath
that. They're
day.
using
Is it okay to love someone but not love they sin?
But they're using it.
Yeah.
Can you love a person and not love they sin?
Yes,
Okay, that's what that is.
But
It ain't that they hate the person.
right.
The Christians.
I
They
don't
don't
hate
like
them.
that. They don't
I'm
like.
pointing-
I think I don't.
No,
I just think
no.
a man. Okay.
No, go ahead.
On
Go
our
ahead.
opinion, which people that loves you, they'll start hating you because you think a certain way. Listen, we know right from wrong, and we ain't gonna get into all of that. But we know right from wrong, and we
Yes.
know how we was brought up, and what it was. We didn't grow up seeing a lot of stuff that we see today. Now let's just say that.
The punishment for not doing the Sabbath is the same punishment as being a homosexual.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is
true.
true according to
That's
the.
not
So
true.
wait a minute, 'cause
Big
I'm
bruh.
gonna- I am going to talk.
I
If
ain't
you
gonna
don't,
get
if
into
you
that.
don't observe,
I ain't gonna
this-
get into
if
that.
you don't,
I
come
ain't
on,
gonna get
come
into
on.
that because
Come on.
Saturday and Sunday, even if you do go to church on Sunday and I go on Sunday, which I do go, I know it works for me. I know it works for me. Some people can go to work at night and work till in the morning. I can't do that. That don't work for me.
Let her.
You know what I'm saying? Go for it.
Let me
Go
get
for
what
it.
you got.
Go for it.
You're right. Yeah.
Go for it.
There you
Be
go.
in the middle. Chick-fil-A people, they're devout Christians. Devout Christians honor Sunday as the Sabbath, which is in the New Testament because Jesus rose on the third day. Friday was the first day. Saturday was the second day. Sunday was the third day.
That's mathematically
Yes.
not right.
Well, I'm just saying they went to the Roman.
It's not right though.
Go ahead. Go. Go. Let her talk.
Go ahead.
I mean, but even outside of the Bible, it was really political. I know some people will get peed off, but a lot of religion is a political thing, and for some reason it got on the Sunday because they started back in the day piddling with Romans and paganism and trying to win them over for government control. And somehow Sunday got misconstrued in there. You can talk about the many authors, but you have to understand, you're just looking at it, oh, I know you do all this studying, but you got to understand a lot of people don't do all that studying. Do they go surface? Hey, this is what we've been studying Sunday. They told us the third day is Sunday. We're going with it. But I understand where you're coming from. But you have to understand, this is Chick-fil-A's business. If they want to close on Sunday because that's their Sabbath, it's their business. It's been working for them for
It
years.
is. I'm not saying
And
that.
the good thing is, if anything else, the workers at least can guarantee they have one day off and not be overworked.
Okay, so can I just please say my point? The Sabbath is in the law
Yes.
that the Most High put together. Okay, we got Deuteronomy, Leviticus, Exodus, Numbers. These are the law books. The same law books that give us the moral laws of having sex with animals, having sex men with men, laying together is the same thing as having sex with a beast. The punishment is you shall be put to death according to this law. Mm-hmm. All right, but the same law book is what gives us the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so what I'm saying is, if Chick-fil-A is going to condemn somebody for having sex with two men coming together having sex,
They're not worried about nobody's sex life. They run their business.
but you're not, because you
And they'll let anybody work there.
Because you guys have not heard or read the report that I'm talking about.
I know that Chick-fil-A is really strong against the gay community and all that stuff. I've heard a lot of
Even if they are, it ain't gonna stop you from eating their chicken.
That's still their business.
All right,
but it ain't gonna stop nobody from eating their chicken.
I'm not saying that it's not their business.
What about a person that is bisexual or something and go there? How many bisexual people you think go eat at Chick-fil-A?
My point is that
a lot of them.
My point is this: Chick-fil-A is also able to be scrutinized. Like, I can come and look at Chick-fil-A and say,
they still gonna sell chicken.
Well, let's just go back over here. Let's do this. Let's
check them out.
Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Let's jump back up off of that, because they'll say a lot of this stuff we speaking as hate speech. So let's just not even say that, because they look at it as hate speech.
Everything's hate speech.
You know what I mean? And they say, y'all moving different. Y'all moving. There it is. And they look at it like it's hate speech, and people will condemn you and all that. And, I don't want.
Yeah, I'm not
they don't want to. I told you he ain't holy, or I told you he don't go to church. People try to look for the bad in you to try to judge you. You know what I'm saying?
Why am I I'm not harassing Chick-fil-A, but I'm pointing out just, if you're going to be tight all the way through, or don't make up something in order to swerve and curve. Because if we're talking about Saturday's the most busiest.
Christians honor Sabbath on Sunday.
But
don't you honor the Sabbath
Saturday,
on Sunday?
hold on.
Saturday. My partner in California, he goes on Saturday. When I went to go visit him, we went on Saturday. Now look, we was on our way to church. We was on our way to church. We was on our way to his church on Saturday. Me and him talking. We doing the right speed, got the light and everything. Here come a car. Almost smacked us. I said, Link. We stopped in this bad Cadillac now. We in this bad Cadillac. Car almost tore us up. Dude looked at us and kept on going. But listen to this. I go to church. I goes with him. He's a friend of mine. They spoke about the same thing we spoke on Sunday.
Exactly.
So hold on, wait. So the days that we made, which day we should do it on, I just think that we should do it. If it's on a Monday or a Sunday, people go on Wednesday to Bible study. People go Fridays and Thursdays. Long as you
But
get
it's not
something
just
out
it's
of
not
it.
just going to church.
It's a whole sun up to sundown
It's
kind of thing.
it's not working. It's taking that day of rest to reflect, and also by not going to
People
work
watch the games and stuff on Saturdays.
You're not supposed to do that.
They be out, man. Come on now. You go to the football games and everything. Everything jumping on Saturdays.
But that's the
They
but see,
jumping.
that's the thing.
I don't even
bro.
watch football.
That's
and all
why
that.
the gates of heaven
So do you rest
would
on
be
Saturday?
narrow. That's why the gates of heaven
Go ahead,
would
listen.
be narrow.
Yeah.
And then the gates of hell will be
They're
wide.
gonna be
Do you rest on
wide.
Saturday?
He telling the truth.
I'm asking you, do you rest on Saturday?
No.
Okay, then why are you saying all this? Are you contradicting yourself, or are you saying you're going to hell too?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying either because I don't subscribe to certain things.
So
Like
you're
I don't
basically
describe.
saying,
I don't
hey, if you're gonna
subscribe.
do it right, do it right. Is that what you're saying right now?
I'm saying don't look down on somebody else and then swerve
Well,
a
you're not
swerve
even
a
doing it right
to
yourself.
swerve a law so you can open and sell chicken on Saturdays when you're supposed to really close down. Like it's a fake holy roller
Everything
to
is
me.
open on Saturday.
That's the
Everything. The
problem.
banks, they only open
If
a
they
half
really
a day.
wanted to be solid with it, they would close on Saturday when everything is open to make the for real sacrifice. I mean, they rolling.
That's true.
Chicken.
They rolling.
They rolling.
They
to sell
rolling.
chicken, So I mean, I
You
can't
can
say
say
that they're
that
not
about
being
Listen,
people.
and
blessed.
you can buy a franchise
They
if you wanted to.
exactly.
You can say
Exactly.
that about yourself. You
But
can
if
say
they're-
that about him. You can
I'm
say
talking
that
about
about
franchise.
If they are going to subscribe,
subscribe.
if they are subscribing as though they are setting a standard as far as a religious based company and that they're using the Bible as their moral code, then be about it.
And what about all the people that use
Because
the
when
Bible
I
for religion, but they
when I
also
was a
say
he
it's
when
Sabbath?
when I was definitely studying as a Hebrew Israelite for 10 years, 7, 8 years, my store was closed on Saturday. I closed my business every Saturday for at least 7 years.
So what do you think about the people that study Christianity but honor Sabbath on a Sunday? They use the Bible every day. They study out the Bible all the time. They have Bible study on Wednesdays.
They're not studying for it.
Okay. What I'm about to say is
They're not studying.
is one
for
of the
it.
most busiest days ever for football, grocery shopping, everything. Saturday, my son Daniel and Danielle used to always get my attention when they was kids. And I wouldn't work on Saturdays or Sundays.
Right.
And I wouldn't. And this very day, my wife would tell you, I don't work on Saturday.
Right.
You'll see me riding down the street, going somewhere to get something and go back home. But I don't work on Saturdays. I don't. Saturday and Sundays. Sunday I'm at church. And I got to go to church because that helps me. It helps me to grow. And, you know, everybody say it don't take all of that. It don't. It takes more than that. And a lot of people ain't doing that. But your boy made this, and I wanted you to hear him because I know you know him. He made this. Listen. And I know you heard it. You know what he about to say?
Oh, Kanye.
Kanye West. Listen to this. And he got plenty of money. But listen to what he said. And he made money off of it. Listen. Here we go.
Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A. Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A. Hold the selfies. Put the gram away. Get your family. Y'all hold hands and pray. When you got daughters, always keep them safe. Watch out for vipers. Don't let them indoctrinate. Closed on Sunday.
Now listen, man.
You
I don't care what Kanye did or whatever they say bad about
He ain't
Kanye.
crazy.
He
Ain't no
ain't
wrong with
crazy.
him.
When he wrote this song and all the songs that he wrote, and he stood up to what they doing behind the
That's why they
scenes.
call him crazy.
That's why they call him crazy, because he's doing something everybody ain't willing to do. He ain't going along with the mess no more. And I can't go along with the mess I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I just want to live a peaceful life.
Let me show you how. Let me show you how Satan gets you. Okay. Now, Kanye West, man. When Kanye West was going through the Hebrews to Negroes controversy last year, man, I love Kanye West. Kanye West gave me $10,000.
He did.
Yes.
Oh, when you did the shirts.
Yes.
Yes.
He
yes.
cashed me out.
Yes.
I mess with Kanye West and I love him. Okay. And he might be doing that in order to get people's attention, in order to bring them into the Most High. But Christ was crucified on the Sabbath day. That is
Saturday.
Friday night. He was crucified on Friday night.
Oh, right.
The sun up to sundown. So right now, technically, we're on Tuesday. When the sun goes down, it's the beginning of the next day. The next day does not start at 12 o'clock. It starts when the sun goes down. That is the beginning of the next day. Christ was crucified after sundown on Friday, right? You don't count Friday to say he rose 3 days later. You say Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
The first day of the week. Well, Sunday's the first day of the week.
Rose 3 days. Sunday is not the day that Christ rose on. The math doesn't equal out to go to church on Sunday. Sunday is like a sun worship day. All the days are attributed to different heavenly bodies for the most part. You got Sunday, which is Sunday. Monday is Moon Day, right? And so on and so forth. Tuesday is like the Greek god of war, Mars. And just not for me to go too far off of the point.
The Chaldean calendar, right?
Right now we're going off of the Gregorian. We're going off of the Gregorian calendar.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Okay, check this out.
Just my point in saying that, look, I let anybody do whatever it is that they want to do, as well as I feel like people should allow me to do whatever it is that I want to do.
And that's true.
But if I see somebody doing something that I say, hey, wait a minute now, you are having a misstep here. That's the only thing that I'm saying Chick-fil-A. And they're so brilliant. It's not a misstep. They're just going off of what the status. I don't even think they believe that. I don't think they believe it.
Son.
They've been doing that since the 60s.
Hold on. Listen, son.
Well, they're
son.
too arrogant.
When you hear that word son, it's like rising. Sunday, rise. Saturday, set. Set.
What about all the other languages?
Hold on, wait. No, but look at it. It's in
Saturn
set.
day.
But Sunday is a day for me. Now, if a Saturday is a day for you, we still trying to do something better. Whether we got the days, listen, if you look at the days, 7 days out of the week, it's 7 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you get up to worship God over this world, I don't care what day it is. Because you look at it, a lot of us are lost, period. They ain't got your experience of thinking to even get up to thank the Lord. Oh, I don't believe in God. Soon as they mama sick, can you pray for my mama? That's the first thing they do.
I agree with you, but I don't think that you should be using the Bible as a baseline for other things then. I agree with what you're saying, because any day that you worship is good. But for some reason, the Bible tells man, and like most Christians will say, God says that my thoughts are not your thoughts and your ways are not my ways. And so for us to try to say, I know God said that, but what difference does it make? Like, he said it for a particular reason that we don't understand. So if he's saying do this, and not only are you supposed to do the Sabbath on the seventh day, you're also supposed to rest the seventh year. So you work for 7 years and don't do work for 6 years and don't do anything that seventh year.
Tell that to somebody that these people that ain't got no money. Now, let them figure that out, because see, they ain't grinding.
We just talking about the Bible.
I know, but when you say the Bible, but the Bible is something that you can go to, and it could help you with your life. With your life. We ain't. I mean, the Bible is there to help you with your life.
But resting
Whether it's
on the
on
Sabbath
Saturday,
day
hold on. Okay,
is-
even if you look at Saturday, Sunday, whenever.
You do a lot of
If
Old
you
Testament.
reading,
You
if
don't
you
do
reading,
New
if you reading, because you want understanding, and that's why he read a lot, and that's why he asks a lot of questions, because he want understanding. Because my pastor ain't here. Now he been in the game for a minute. When I say he been in the game, Mount Calvary, and I'll say the names, Phillips Temple, all these churches ain't got Daniel Hill. This, I was a mess.
Yeah.
When I say I was a mess, but you see what I'm doing now. My movements
walk.
show you everything. I ain't got to say nothing.
Yeah.
I pray for people. I pray for people that's sick, that ain't sick. I pray for people that I don't even like.
Yep, that's a good thing to do.
I don't even like.
Awesome.
And I have to.
Yep.
And you know what? After you do it for so long, you don't like them, but you start loving them. And I know it's probably sound impossible,
Nah.
but I love these people now. I used to feud with, gun slang and all that with. I love them because God made me that way.
Do you think that the New Testament of the Bible cancels out the Old Testament?
According to Christianity, it does.
I mean, how?
Because Old Testament, don't try to crucify. I'm telling you what.
I'm
the
listening. I
Bible
just,
says.
I mean, you could tell me the answer.
Go ahead,
I don't
go ahead.
know.
I mean, because the Jesus is in the New Testament, and Jesus is supposed to be this new light, where the Old Testament, for lack of better words, did a lot of condemning. The New Testament did a lot of forgiving, grace, mercy.
Jesus Christ.
Where you got condemned a lot. Old Testament, stone throwing, the whole nine.
That's why we always say, what God are you serving?
He's giving will to the woman, water to the woman that's been married 1,001 times, and all this stuff that you don't see in the New Testament. It's like, oh, she's a skank in the New Testament. But Jesus went amongst all the drunkards and everything and preached. So that's the difference. I mean, in a nutshell, between the old and the new on a Christianity standpoint.
Big bro, do you think that God changes
Old
his
Testament
mind?
is supposed to be like used as a reference. New Testament is supposed to be the Christian law.
When you say God changes his mind, listen, God is everything. He's everything. He's not a mind, he's everything.
Right.
He's everything. He don't have a man, he's everything. If you go out in space and then you was able to just go out there and just float and just keep going, you ain't gonna stop. If you can last out there just to keep going. Do you remember when we was growing up how many planets they have? How many did they have when we was growing? 9 planets.
Now they say
How many you got now?
They saying 8.
Huh?
They saying it's 8.
No.
On
They
our-
finding planets after planets after
I'm
planet.
talking
Well, that's
about
in
our-
our
You know what I'm
solar
saying?
system.
No. But they
Solar
finding them. They
Well, there's
finding
different
them.
galaxies.
Galaxies.
In our solar system.
We never got to that.
Yeah.
Who made that? Atoms just ain't clashed together and make that. Because if that was the case, you'll see you twice. You'll be standing in front of you. Why would it just make only one of you and one of you?
Because
I mean,
procreation-
essentially
Atoms
we
are
are.
atoms.
Essentially, we are.
No, we produce others' children.
Zygotes, that's a
And
zygote.
God made it that way. It's God.
But we are
It's
the
just,
same, though.
Listen, it's God. We can't fight this. And when you get to the gate, don't say you don't know this. Because he's
Right.
going to line us all up at that gate. And he's going to ask us, what did you do?
And that's
He
that.
already know what you did. He's going to ask you, what did you do?
Right. But I'll just look at it like we have the Old Testament and then we have the New
You
Testament.
understand that there's 500 years in between the Old and the New Testament, and the reason for that is because of the Dark Ages. A lot of plague was going on. A lot of people were not allowed to think for themselves. Darwinism was coming into place. They didn't like, a lot of people like, I guess, trying to like rebel, for lack of a better word. So a lot of Dark Ages.
They took God out
The
of the
oldest,
schools and
the
everything.
oldest like actual found manuscripts are from the New Testament, the books
Yeah,
of
New
Paul.
Testament was written in Greek, right? And the Old Testament was written in Aramaic and Hebrew.
Not unless you're talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls, but that was discovered
That wasn't in
like
the actual King James Bible written by the
right,
men.
and it wasn't discovered until
Yeah.
like here and sometime in the 1900s.
Right.
They never want you to think for yourself.
Yeah, of course.
They
not.
never want you to think
They
for
don't have
yourself.
control.
They make things to make us not think for ourselves. They make things that make us love it and TikTok, alcohol, marijuana, all these things they put in their hands in. Back in the day when they ran moonshine and all that, they didn't have control of it. But then once they got their hands on it, we gonna make the money. Marijuana, we gonna make the money.
Now, people
What's
just
the
over
drug?
it.
What's the drug that they got right now? The fentanyl and all that. They using it. They using it. They using fentanyl and all of that. They don't want us. The government is just making it any kind of way about money, like they gonna live forever. No one gets out alive.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all know so much and y'all think y'all know so much and it ain't no God, make yourself stay alive, dear, because you got to die.
Been trying.
You got to die. They can try all they want, but everybody got to die. They've been trying. You can clone. You can do whatever you want. You got to die.
Yeah.
The only thing gonna be living on this earth if a missile go off or whatever, roaches. Roaches the only one. They the only ones that's gonna be around here.
Yeah.
And I'll be telling my partner, I'm not going in these houses with these bugs crawling because my wife ain't having that. And I always bring her up because she helps me to become a better man when I came from nothing.
Right.
She helps you.
Yeah.
And that's what they are, a helpmate. A wife is a helpmate.
And what is the husband?
The husband is the man. He's the leader. He's the man. But he's got to act like a man. He can't be sitting up here saying he's a man and he out here hoeing. He can't be saying he's a man and he ain't bringing food and money in. He can't be a man. Right. He ain't no man. No. Now that woman steps up and be the man in the house. Until that man can be the man.
So with a man and a woman in a relationship, when it comes down to a critical decision, like let's say like choosing a church.
You can't do that. You can't do that because my mom and dad went to separate churches. So yes, they did. My daddy went Baptist and my mom went Christian, and they did that, but they still loved each other. They went to church, and they took us sometimes to Christ Temple, and then sometimes to Mount Calvary.
So should the man make the final decision in the house most of the time?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
When you say the final decision, what's the final decision?
So when we're talking about the man is the man, okay, the woman is his helpmate. His helpmate to do what? To provide for the house?
No, to help, to be a part of what he's building. If he ain't building nothing, she can't be a part of nothing. But and she got say so just as much as I do. Because in our home, Daniel, don't wear them shoes.
I hear that man is the head of the household.
He is the head of the household when it's time to be. But when that woman is cooking, cleaning,
when is it time to be?
Or when that burglar coming in and you got to, you know what I'm saying? When you got to be the man of the house.
Yeah.
But when that woman is cleaning and cooking, let that toilet seat down.
So for most of the time, the woman is the head of the household.
No, it ain't so much as
burglar only comes in once in a lifetime, maybe. Like sometimes a burglar never comes in.
A burglar could be your family. They can be your family.
They can
be your family. They can come in and turn your whole house upside down.
What happens more frequently, cooking and cleaning, or a burglar coming into the house?
Your family coming in, because people. No. You may not now, but at one point in our life, remember when family was always in the house. Uncles, aunties, but my daddy and them, they kept people in the house
every day though.
Who? My wife is a cooker though. That's why I can't lose no weight
every day. So do you understand my point that I'm making? If a woman is frequently doing what she does, and these things are the head of the household, but every now and then, okay, he's a protector.
He's a protector. That's when he becomes the head of the household because he protects.
Protecting from what?
Protects from anything that's supposed to be bad. He's supposed to be knowing God more than anybody.
Roles over the years have got misconstrued because even in the past time, women were the one ruling because women are very intuitive and very intelligent. Not to take away from a man, but the men, for the most part, have the strength. The man is supposed to protect the mastermind. Is supposed to protect the foundation that's keeping him together. The woman pours into a man, so he needs to protect what is pouring into him, what's making him a better person.
You know what makes the man the head of the household? His leading his woman to the Most High.
There it is. Knowing who God is. If a man know who God is,
he comes through to make that as comfortable and
Peaceful.
seamless and peaceful
Yes,
as
yes,
possible.
Yes, yes.
And
That's it.
that's what the head means. Everything else
That's it, boy. You got me
is
over here, boy.
debatable.
We got to raise the offering. We raise the offering on.
Everything else,
You over here preaching.
Yeah.
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 He preaching, y'all.
Word. That's the word.
There it is. And see, a lot of people don't know that though. You keep it at 100 though, because if you a leader and God is a man, God is everything. He's a
Yeah,
woman. He's
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But in the image they showed him in Jesus Christ as being a man. Be a man. Step up. Do your family
But
right.
they don't know how.
You know what I'm saying?
There
If
is
they
no
don't,
words.
but listen, if he don't know how, that woman ain't supposed to give up and start doing everything herself, running the streets or whatever. She's supposed to be buckling down, getting in that Bible,
show him.
praying for her man.
the woman can show the man
Show him how to
the
lead 'em.
path
Yeah.
to lead them on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, I think that women are.
We see more
in
women in
tune.
church. I used to see more
They
women in church than
definitely
men.
Oh, that's still that.
And so, a woman could take her beauty, attract a man to her. When she gets with that man, the man could want to do everything to keep her, and she says, "Well, in
You gotta
order to
come to
keep
church.
me,
Yeah,
you got to come to church." And then when they go to church, the man finds his way.
Well, that's what my wife told me when I was in the streets. She said, "You better pick me and these kids or the streets," and she was being serious.
I know that's
Yeah.
right.
And I was up there afraid. I was afraid to lose my family, but I didn't know how to be the man in Bella Vista and Hilltop and all of them places. But then when we got in our home out in Inglewood, I started stepping up, being everything, fixing
away from all
everything.
that
I got a
stuff.
great. A lot of people are where they at because of where they at. No, for real. A lot of
Yes.
people are where they at because of where they at.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you that as the honest God truth. I didn't want to leave Hilltop because that's all I knew. But my wife took us away and got us into Vistas. See, we went off of her credibility on taking us somewhere.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, they over here killing. We got to get our son and daughter away from here."
And
we
the,
moving to
the
Inglewood.
Vistas was much better than Hilltop.
Nice
Yes,
house.
it was.
Them houses
Yes,
are
it was.
nice over there.
It was much better.
It is, but you know what's like both of them is kind of like on the west side. They're not
Yeah.
that far from each
They're
other.
not that far from each other, but they're a whole totally different place.
It's a whole
but then it
different-
started coming up there.
Yeah.
So when she said to me, "It's time for us to get away from here," I was like, "I don't want to go." But then I got to thinking, look at my kids out here fighting
Oh,
and all that, defending themselves against hoodlum people. And when we got to Inglewood,
Ain't no fighting.
it ain't no fighting.
Oh, yeah.
There's no arguing. And I was praying that prayer.
Right.
And I don't let this go no farther. And I ain't said this to be funny. I kept saying I wanted my neighbors to be white. My neighbors are white. They white.
Mhm.
And they used to watch us when we first got there. They got that car, they got that. And see, I couldn't keep up with them. I'm out there mowing my grass, you know what I'm saying? And they'll come over and say, "Well, we don't mow our grass until after 9. And I told that lady, I said, "I'll be done before 9. I'll be done before 9. But I'm out there while they on riding mowers, I'm pushing mine because I'm in shape. I'm young. They older.
So was they trying to tell you don't do that because you was making too much noise or what?
They don't get up and cut grass on Saturday or nothing like that until after 9 o'clock.
So,
Oh, and
That's how they was
you're
trying
not
to
waking
tell me.
other people up.
And I said, "Cut that out. I'm cutting my grass."
yeah,
And our grass started looking better than everybody's in the neighborhood. Our house started looking better than everybody in the neighborhood because God was working on me.
Do you think that white people are better neighbors than black people?
Well, you're asking a question that you can't really answer because it's a lot of beautiful black folks
That want to live peacefully.
that want to
too?
live peaceful. And then you got a lot of white folks that want to live peaceful. And then you got the vice versa. It's some bad white people. It's some bad black people.
If you
No, for
So
real.
listen,
But
hold
no,
on, let me
no, you
ask
keep it in
you.
100.
Let me ask you.
You keep it in 100.
So if somebody's moving in next door to you, you look and see that they're black people moving in.
I live in a mixed neighborhood. My neighborhood is
Oh, it's black and white.
my neighborhood.
Would you
my
feel-
neighborhood is predominantly black. My next door neighbor that's been there before me on my left hand side is white. My next door neighbor that's been there before me on my right hand side is black. And I have
A new neighbor moving in. Do you want them to be white or black?
It don't matter.
I just don't want
No, I
you
just
to
don't want
be-
no drama.
I just don't.
I don't
want
care
you
what
to be,
color you are.
I know, but you don't know.
I just don't.
I used to say
Which
that.
one do you feel?
I used to say
which
that.
one do you
the
feel
right here
without no?
I just don't want you to be ghetto. I don't want you to have drama. I don't want the police.
I
at
know
your
you
house.
don't
Listen,
want
when-
any
I
of
don't
that,
want
but I'm
lights
Listen,
saying
coming
when you
over my
first
house because you're dirty.
when you
Listen.
first see the person, you don't know them.
I just
Which
don't want
one
you
do
to
you
look
feel
dirty
better
and I
about?
don't care because I
They
told you,
judged
my
me like
neighbor's
that when I
bad.
moved in the
My
neighborhood.
neighbor
They didn't
is
want us
white
coming in.
and my other neighbor is
But when
black. I don't care.
they didn't want us coming in the neighborhood, me and my wife. But when they seen how kind and I was cutting their grass and taking out their trash and doing their snow, it wasn't being a slave. I'm gonna make y'all. I'm gonna make y'all. Hold on, wait. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make y'all like me.
Right.
Watch.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
wanna
make y'all
live
like
in
me.
a neighborhood
Today,
where I
this
have to
very
make
day.
Somebody like me. I don't want to
They
work
go Daniel.
nowhere
You know they
where I
out there
gotta make
cheering,
somebody
waving,
like
and
me.
everything.
You hear
So-
what she's saying,
Well,
big
What?
bro? Said, come on, let me
I
hear
said
you.
I don't want to move in an area where I have to make somebody like me. I don't want to work nowhere where I got.
No. You don't get it. You don't get it. My wife used to say, my wife used to say they'll never like you and this and that. My wife used to say that. That don't pay them no attention. Don't say nothing to them. I said, I'm gonna make them like me. Watch
Yeah.
this. Because my daddy taught me how to take
Do
care
they
of
really
older
like
folks.
you, or do they fake?
No. They can fake like they all they want because they playing along with what I need them to do. Now, they ain't turning up their nose. They telling us, calling us saying, well, we gonna be out of town, Daniel, for 4 days. I know you're gonna be, just keep an eye out.
Oh,
yeah.
See,
Okay.
this is what they doing now. Because we
I
don't
like
watch
that.
their houses going
I like
foreclosure.
what- I
Hold on,
like
we
what
don't watch
Bill's
their house
saying,
going for. We don't watch their house going foreclosure. And we saved the house and said people died in there just so the lady can get her house back because she wanted to move back in it.
Should
for
we,
real.
Should we?
We did that.
Should we want to change how other nations think about us?
What do you
I
mean?
don't- Oh.
Nations.
Well, I'm other nationalities.
No.
How other nationalities view
The
I
United
don't give a
States?
rat's
no
behind.
view black people in the United States. Should we
I
want to
don't give a
just?
rat's behind because that's the media propagating that in the first place.
Listen.
You better get
But
out
do you
there
Listen.
care
and
how?
all
Do you
that
care
mess.
what people think about you?
No, I don't care what people think about me. I care about what I think about myself.
A lot of people care about what somebody else care about them. I
Do
don't.
you care
I
what
care
people
about
think
ladies
about
I
you?
don't because
When you going out the house, do
I
you
ain't
look in
gonna
the
be
mirror?
mad at you, of course.
Do I look?
Do you look at your outfit
No,
before you leave?
I look at my waves and stuff like that. See it, and see, I still got hair.
Yeah, but I did want
I
to
still
tell
got
you.
hair.
Your hair looks great
Man, listen,
today.
I got
I
hair.
couldn't even lie.
I got hair. I said, I got waves and
fresh.
stuff like that.
You
I
are
always
fresh.
act like that with my hair.
Yeah.
Because my daddy had a head full of hair.
Not in the context of making somebody like me, but yeah, I want to look.
You wanna look presentable,
if you're
but-
a halfway decent person, you want to look like a respectful.
But you know,
person.
No problem,
listen.
but
What if I
respectful
would
to
have came here in
who?
some pajamas or a bonnet?
But you
on,
know what?
Looking at me like,
When I
But
found
why
out,
did you do that?
because I want to have an image. I know I'm gonna be on camera. I want to look respectful.
but you know what?
Well,
What
who?
changed me when
TV.
I kept buying,
What
and
others
this
think
was the
about you.
bad part. I kept thinking you had to have something in life in order for people to like you. So
Hold on, big bro. Say it again one more
I
time.
used to think you had to have something in life for people to like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always spoil my wife, and she never knew why I was doing it, and my kids, because I didn't have it like that growing up.
Yeah.
So by me not having it, and I used to spoil her, she told me one day, I didn't care if you don't have nothing, as long as we got each other. That's what made me look at her different too.
Yeah.
And she never came for me the time that we wasn't really apart, because right around the corner, less than a mile, I would go home, cut the grass, go in, check on her, got keys to go in the house and everything. But I went out messing with different women. I went out drinking. I went out partying. I would turn in before it get dark because God would tell me to do that.
Yeah.
He would tell me, and I used to think sometimes I was missing out.
You ain't missing
He
it.
said, boy,
Man.
I'm setting you up for the best.
Right.
If you just keep obeying.
Yeah.
Obey anyway. That's one of my favorite songs.
Obey
anyway.
Obey anyway.
Anyway.
That's
And I
nice.
kept doing it. And I was just steady coming up. And people was getting mad, talking about they see you in a slingshot. They see you in this. But it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink or smoke. So I got to do things to excite myself.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I ain't had a drink in almost 12, 13, 14 years. I don't know exactly. I lost count. I don't want it no more. Now I want other things.
You used to just drink hard though?
You an
Man,
alcoholic
when you
or-
say, hold on, wait. A alcoholic is a person
They got to go to
that,
meetings.
no. An alcoholic, you don't know you're an alcoholic until you try to stop. When you try to stop, you'll know if you're an alcoholic or not.
Oh, if you can't stop.
I don't know. Try to stop drinking for good. I didn't go to no meetings, nothing. I woke up one day, my mama had died. I slept in glass from drinking. Woke up the next, I said, I'm done with
Maybe
this.
you weren't really an alcoholic then. Maybe
Oh, no.
you just had to cut back.
No. I drank every day.
That don't make-
Down
that
on the
don't make you an
block.
alcoholic.
Down on the block, we drank. We kicked it. And this is how you knew you had to have something to drink sometime. I go home, look in the cabinet and get a little shot of NyQuil. A little shot of NyQuil to put me together. You know it got alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the way it made me feel. So what I'm saying is,
you weren't even
and
sick.
listen,
That's
wasn't even
good.
sick.
That's a little-
Wasn't even sick. Sick for doing it. Sick for doing it.
Yeah.
But
What?
what I'm saying is to y'all, what I'm saying is God changed all of that. He changed all of that. Because you can look at some people right now, and some people are functionable drinkers.
Functional alcoholics.
No, I say drinkers. Functionable. Can go to work, been out all night, get up,
Yeah,
go to
lots of
work.
monies.
You know what I'm saying? And then people do that. I know older folks still doing it.
I
But
feel
what I'm
like
saying is,
I would
Body
never
fall
have to
down.
if I never had another shot of liquor, beer, anything, it wouldn't affect me one bit.
okay, but now check this out. All right, I'm glad you said that. Try it for 6 months and watch your income come up another 20, 30,000. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch
But,
it.
I mean-
No.
That's
And
a
the
lot
only
of
reason,
spending money.
no.
Good
I'm gonna let you know why. Resources is gonna start changing different. You're gonna move different. Your body gonna move different. So you're gonna be setting yourself up for other things. Now I met a man.
already don't. I
don't
I
drink
might
like
have a
that.
beer when I'm on the podcast or something like that.
Yeah,
but
that's about it.
but I
like
don't
drink.
I don't go and like drink.
You don't go out
Like
with
if
friends.
I'm just no,
go out to the games.
I don't go anywhere. I don't go any.
Go at
this is-
home,
I
gotta have
socialize
one.
here. I no.
I knew a man that
I
had
don't drink
drinks
beer
all up under his cabinet. He met me.
Mm.
Ain't no more drinks up under there.
Yeah, I mean,
And listen. That's the man that I helped save this son.
I'll say this: like
You know what I'm
I
saying?
will drink at home, but I don't. And like drinking has never even been
I
a
drink
part
when I'm
of
taking a
my.
bath. I like to take a bubble
Drinking
bath
has
and have a
never
bath.
ever been a part
All right,
of
I'ma
my
say this,
makeup
though,
as a
and
person.
then I don't
though.
want nobody judging me, but do y'all notice that we have a dialysis center on every corner now?
You right, bro.
No history of people's family ever
more
having
than just beer.
diabetes or nothing.
Soul food, sugars, salts,
No. But it's what they putting in a lot of the things,
processed foods.
drinking and all of that. They making them different from back in the day.
Yeah,
They making it. P. Diddy got his own drink. You know.
I think the food
Everybody.
that we're consuming
Well,
That
is
too.
is
That too.
I'm
probably
gonna say
worse
this.
than the
That too.
I'm going to say this: people are living longer. Of course, there weren't dialysis centers back then because people were dying in their 60s anyway. You know what really dawned on me today? I was like, whoa. I mean, people when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, I used to think my freaking life was going to be over when I turned 40. People was a rough 40 back then. They
Yeah,
weren't
they
looking
was.
like this.
They was.
I didn't think I was going to look like this looking at them. I'm like, my life got to be over. But they was chain smoking, eating all the barbecue and stuff. And you got to think, even though all this chaos and havoc is going on in the world, one good thing that people are doing overall is taking better care of themselves. I saw a picture of Minnie Riperton. She died at the age of 32. I'm looking at her face like she was 32 in that picture. Women in their 50s look like that now. Like, wow.
Well, things is a
that
little
one
different.
good
They
thing.
had it stressed.
People are taking care of themselves. Yeah,
They had
we
it
have
bad.
easier lives.
We got easier lives than they
Yeah.
did, and we got more opportunities, more money,
Yes.
more stuff coming in,
Resources.
and all of that now. But what I want
Education.
everybody to understand is, prayer is going to change everything, and you got to pray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody say. You got to pray, because if you ain't praying, you're gonna start moving in the way where you're gonna be like Virgil out there.
so.
Oh, but one thing. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. 'Cause I meant
No,
to
go
say
ahead.
this earlier, but this really stuck with me out of Russell Simmons' book. It's it's a book about him being a vegan, but it had a lot of other good stuff in it. It was either that book or his other book about business because I read both of them, but I think it was the vegan book. But he said every single word that comes out of your mouth is a prayer, meaning you need to watch what you're saying on a regular basis.
You
and
got
watch
to.
what you're putting into the air.
That's it.
Because even if you're not on your knees kneeling, even if you're not bowing your head, even if you're not stepping aside, he said every single word that comes out of your mouth is a prayer.
Your whole life is a
Well,
prayer.
Yeah.
and listen, like he said, whoever your mate is either going to help you
Yeah.
to become something or they going to help you fell at it. Now, you always push yourself no matter what because you got to take care of your family. It ain't for that woman to take care of them. Now, women done started getting up, going out. Oh, I'm doing this and doing that, and I'm a boss and all this. Cut all that out. You weren't even made to be a boss. You chose to be a boss.
Why is everybody
You know what I'm
a
saying?
boss and they
You know
ain't
what I'm
got
saying?
no employees?
Exactly,
That's what I
exactly,
thought
exactly,
that
exactly.
What are you the boss of?
What are you the boss of?
Yourself.
And that's why I
Boss of
said,
your man?
yeah,
Boss
your
of
mind.
yourself.
And that's
Boss
why I
of your
said,
actions.
I hate that
a man, and now women
I don't
want
like
to
it
go
either.
get the rich men and all that because they don't want to work and all that, and they want the baller and all this and that. No, I want somebody that's gonna push me,
Respect me.
that's gonna get up and go to work, but they don't have to. My wife ain't got to go to work if she don't want to. She ain't got to. She may go 1 or 2 days out the week if she want to, but if she want to go a whole week, if we say we going to Gatlinburg, she know I'm gonna take care of Christmas for Gatlinburg, but she'll say, "Oh well, I'm paying for this and I'm buying this," and I say, "Cool." That's a helpmate. She ain't gotta do it because my daddy did it for my mama. He died doing it. I watched my daddy take care of my mama, even though she was a nurse, a LPN. You know what I'm saying? Mama got up and went and did stuff because it was more kids. But my wife today, I can say I go hard because that's who my wife was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take care of her. I don't care what nobody else say. I'm going to take care of her. And that's it. And that's it. Now, when she make decisions and say, I want this, and she keeps saying it over and over, I used to get mad and be like, you don't need that. You don't need that. And then I was like, well, why you can't just have this? You know, I would try to make the decision for her because it costs. That car you got out there, I got the BMW version. That's what she got.
Yeah, you tell
And
me
that mug is bad, piped
Yeah.
in white, the seats and everything. But to see her happy and have that, it makes me happy.
Right.
Because I'm like, happy wife, happy life. That's true.
That's true.
If she's
Happy
happy,
spouse,
then
happy
she
house.
can right.
Happy spouse,
yeah, happy
happy
house.
house.
Now that's cool
Oh.
too. But
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
to
nice.
see. I love to see her happy because you don't realize what you have, not because it's gone, because God opened your eyes to see it. Because
Yeah.
you don't really know what you have because you can't really see it. Oh, that's my wife. I know her. I know her. But when he started letting you see her and care, that's when it really becomes something.
Yeah.
I had to heal in order to help her to heal.
Yeah.
But if I don't never heal, how's she gonna heal? I'm gonna keep bringing mess.
Bro, when you pray, how do you pray? What are you praying for?
When I pray, and everybody keeps saying people pray different. When I'm praying and I go into prayer, it's mainly healing because we haven't healed. None of us. What you went through as a child, what I went through as a child, we went through different things.
Yeah.
But it may not been the same thing. Our house caught on fire.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
As a kid, you watching your house blaze and your mama trapped.
Right, man.
Me put a ladder up early in the morning to get my mama down. White painter suits, new ladder, get my mama down. I know it's a God. They coming down that early, cut it out. Right timing. My daddy trying to pay him. You
Wait
never
a
see him
minute,
again.
bro. Painters came out of the blue and rescued your mom, not a fireman, not a fire truck.
Never.
Wow.
They hadn't even got there. They hadn't even got there.
And you know, you gotta understand
They hadn't even got
back in the
there.
day.
She was holding my little brother, if I'm not mistaken, and my sisters and them tell you.
That's
They'll come on the screen later on and tell you that she was holding my baby brother Terrence and was pregnant with Faith, my daughter. I mean, my little sister. Her name is Faith Nicole. She older than the singer Faith.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant with Faith. And they put it up to the house and got her down because it was a tin roof. It was flat. And it was too hot. So she had to go back in and all this smoke going in her lungs. And she holding my little brother. Wouldn't let him go. When they came up, she let him go to him and he handed him to the other one. And I watched this as a kid.
you told me this
I
story,
watched
bro.
this, and this was real. My sisters and them gonna come on the screen. They're gonna tell you word for word how it happened. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is when I pray, I'm praying for better. I don't want to just pray just to be saying I'm praying because I know there's a God. I want to pray for better. I want to pray for my pastor because I know he prays for me and he wants the best out of me. Even when I'm mad at him, my wife, when I'm mad at her, they want the best out of me. I want to be that guy that not that everybody like, that these few love, that they can depend on. You know what I'm saying? To be the man that they always wish to be around them. My wife ain't wanting for nothing. She don't want for nothing.
Yeah.
She don't. If she asks for it, I go get it. And sometimes I say no, because I might be mad or something. But if I showed you the cash apps and all of that I cash app over to her, you'd be like, who got that much? I mean, what's she doing?
Yeah.
You know, but she loved doing for others. She does for the grandchildren. She does for her mama. She does for her siblings. She does for her daddy and them out of town. She does for others.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that and ain't selfish, she'll spend her last and say, I ain't got no money. And I start laughing. She'll say, what you laughing for? As long as you got me, you got money.
Yeah.
As long as you got me, you got money. You just don't have no money on you. Say that.
Yeah.
But as long as you got me, you got money. Because I go hard to make sure she got it. And that's what you're supposed to
And
do.
that's how does that make you feel when you hear a man talking about how he loves his wife and takes care of his wife like that?
I would hope that more men tune in and watch this podcast.
Well, that's up to them. But my daddy, you can't just learn this overnight. My daddy, I watched him do it for my mother. He took care of 5 kids that wasn't his when he met my mother. And then had another 8. That's which made 13.
Yeah.
Sharon, Karen, Anthony, Kenneth, Richard, Carla, Willie, Daniel, Gwen, Ellie, Terrence, Nick, and Aaron. That's us. And we was a family. We didn't look at nobody as step this, step that. We had the same mother.
Yeah.
So ain't no stepping. We
Yeah.
loved each other. Our big sisters took care of us. When mama was at work, fed us, made sure, our hair was done to go to school. Men didn't get that like I got that in my family. I had a dad.
Even when you was in the streets and you was doing other stuff, did you still have the same type of just decency about yourself?
I always helped the old lady cross the street.
Yeah, you was always.
I was giving
you
my
always had.
I was
a,
giving
had
my
a-
drugs away because I was so kind. They said, "Give me some more," and I'll give it to them. That's how I was. But I was always like that. And my son Daniel, my only son, he got it like that. And I used to worry and cry about him because of the way he was going. He's at church every Sunday.
Yeah.
At Omega 2. Daniel and Danielle.
Okay, yeah.
Them are my only 2. And them 2,
That's nice.
I wouldn't trade them in for the world.
You're
Because it's
solid,
like they were
bro. I ain't gonna
supposed.
lie.
No, I wouldn't trade them in because they
Good
like
bro,
they were
man.
supposed to be my kids, like they were supposed to be, and they so real. And they if I look at them hard enough, they remind me of their mother and me because they want the best out of life. They don't want to ask us for nothing. They want their own apartment, their own houses, and everything. They doing it. They do it now. 28 and 25.
Oh, awesome.
So, like formally praying. I know you might pray all day, but
No. All you need is an hour. 5 minutes, 12 times a day is an hour.
He ain't
That's
no
all you
fool.
need.
He got other
So,
stuff he-
well, no. So that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you really get on your hands and knees and pray, do you do that, bro?
I do it at home all the time. In the mornings, the dishes may be in the sink. We got a dishwasher. My wife always say, "Why you don't put them in the dishwasher? That's too easy." You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want to wash them.
Yeah.
I turn my gospel on and I wash the dishes. She'll tell you that's how I do it. When I finish, I will go in the other room and she'll be getting ready to go out to work. And I just go into my praise and worship. I got an Alexa and I got Google in different rooms. Hey, Google, you got to say, hey, Google first before it respond. And then you got to say, Alexa before it respond. And I just say, play this. Dr. Tony Evans, bad man. Play this, and I tell them to play different things. But the number one thing everybody keeps saying, well, why do you listen to that? And you have a pastor and this and that.
What?
I listen to that. No, some people say that. My pastor, which is my uncle, he's more than them. Because I listen to them and I ain't never met them. I met him and I watched him have cancer. I was right there with him, looking like he was about to go. I was scared because here I am learning to be a better man up under this man. And you about to tell me you about to die? No, you ain't dying on my watch. So I would go when he called. I would go. Remodel his whole house, tore everything out. We put it back, whatever. And he would give me the cash for it. He go 20, he go 30, 30,000. We ain't talking about
Right.
$30, nothing
Yeah.
like that. He would give it to me. But with how he was so humble. And I watched him and his wife. When you get around people like that, if y'all ever get around people that's older than you and you watch them love each other and pray with each other and the man be the man, I want to be like that every day I wake up. I want my wife to have the best. I don't want to get before God and say, I messed up. I could have did this different. And then he send you back. God can send you back as something else and not let you come in yet. He can give you a chance and you go back as being a toilet and everybody sit on you. You know what I mean? Everybody, he can, I'm just being funny, but listen.
I was thinking of
Listen,
dog or
listen,
something. You said
a toilet. You can go back as something
Everybody
else.
sits on you, or everybody?
Everybody sitting on you.
Let me just say this
Poison,
one for you.
poison.
Let me get
Everybody and everything.
it. Let me say what you can. Everybody shits on you.
I'll
Listen.
throw up in the toilet.
Listen,
Oh,
but
boy.
listen, it's
Coming
real.
back as a toilet
But
would be the
listen,
worst.
not staying long and loving y'all, but God is God. And if y'all don't know nothing else, if I never get to sit down on the podcast again and talk to y'all or whatever, get close to God. Don't get close to friends and family and all of that. Because if you love your family, you'll be praying for them. I pray for my brothers and sisters every day.
Right.
And I pray that they find their way to God.
Yeah.
And I was praying my prayer wrong when me and my wife wasn't right there with each other. I used to pray and say, God, I want my wife. He say, stop crying. I want her too. Pray that your wife love God. Because if she love God, she ain't gonna have no problem loving you. It ain't got how she look, because how she look gonna change. You ain't gonna look like that in 30 years,
Right.
10 years, 20 years. She gonna change. But her heart and soul would be the same.
Yeah.
And you would look at her like as if you just met her.
Yeah.
And when I walk in my house now, I don't tell her all the time. She may see tears in my eyes and be like, you okay? I'm praying. I'm grateful to have you. And she'll think something else is wrong with me. Tears be in my eyes. And men will say, oh, then you ain't tough for having tears. Man, a real man cry. Because he lets it go and then he gets on his game to start a new plan on what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to get in on your plan. Clothes, armed security, dump trucks, houses. God is just feeding me with ideals every day I wake up. And it ain't about the money. Because like I said, she can be a woman that goes say, I'm taking this. Or listen to her friends or say, girl, half of that is yours. Other people that's
Why
money
probably don't
hungry.
have friends like that, though.
She got,
That's why y'all been married.
when I say she got more than her friends.
Yeah.
She got more than her friends. So she probably teaching them how to be a better person. I don't know because I'm not around them. I don't be in her business or nothing or try to follow to see what she doing. I don't do that. All I try to do is be the man God designed me to be. If I'm watching her, how do I be the man that God designed me to be?
Right.
Or try to become a better man? You want to become a better man.
Right.
You don't want to become a better man for dating.
Right.
Oh, look at my boy over here, T-shirt King doing this and doing, and everybody, well, T-shirt King ain't worried about that. He ain't worried about that. He worried about God. He worried about getting his house in order.
Right.
Because a lot of people's house ain't in order. That's why they always out.
All of
Why you think they everywhere? Why you think they always going places? Because their house ain't in order. I love going home. I can flick on this TV, drop the remote, walk in the den, hit that remote, walk in another room, hit the remote. I can go in any room in my house and watch TV.
Yeah.
In comfort.
Yeah.
No smoke in the air. No drinks everywhere. I mean, that feels good. That's peace.
Yeah.
My wife could do it if she wanted to. She can bring drinks all in the house and be clowning if she wanted. She ain't that type of person. She tell me take my shoes off. I'd be like, when I first did it, I said, I laid these floors. And I used to get
She
mad.
said so.
She wouldn't say nothing. She'll let me walk on and then I look stupid because I'm tracking mud in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She said, I ain't sweeping that up. You gonna do that.
I know that.
So the things that she taught me over the years is beautiful. And I don't care what no man say. I wouldn't trade her in for the world. I mean, I wouldn't. And if I die tomorrow, I told her don't give nothing to nobody. You just enjoy it yourself. Sell everything.
You know she ain't.
Sell everything. I said, sell everything and leave. Leave. Go do you. Go do you, because I worked this hard where if everything you got is $1 million plus cash and everything, take it and run. Run. Jewelry, sell everything. Sell it all. And go enjoy your life.
Right.
But I work hard every day to make sure that when I wake up, she ain't saying, oh, they about to cut this off. They about to cut that off. We don't go through that. If something get cut off, it's because I forgot to pay it.
Yeah.
Or if I run out of gas because I don't like stuffing that gas
Yeah,
station.
exactly.
I do that every day. You know what I'm saying? You have a pocket full of money and then run out of gas and look stupid. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And it ain't bragging. Everybody keeps saying, oh, you bragging about. No, they said I was going to die by the age of 18. And you telling me I can't say what God done did for me?
Right.
Man, please, y'all better get somewhere and sit down. He been good to me. And that's all I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
He's been better than good to me. Because here I am, Daniel Hill, the one that they counted out. They counted me out. Either you're going to be dead or in jail. Here I am teaching little boys not to be doing things. I never thought I'd be in this position. So that's why I'm always checking on you. Because you in leadership. And everybody don't know what you go through in leadership. They think you got it made. Oh, he got this or he got that.
Yep.
He ain't wanting for nothing. They don't know how many tears you cried, how many fights you been in to get to where you at. They don't know none of that part. All they see is the outcome of what you doing right now.
Yeah.
They don't know. I bet some of them, you need mentors. And I ain't lying. My pastor, Lemuel Makeupson in California, my boy, he runs my dump truck, Kelvin Trammell. All these people, I love them. But don't nothing compare to walking in that door to a clean house every day. Nice. When I say nice, the pantry door in my kitchen say pantry. That's whoever thought we would have that. We went from Hilltop to the Vistas to where we at. And you telling me I can't say, thank you, Lord. I'm being obedient. I ain't out cheating, lying, or stealing.
Right.
I can't have this.
Right.
Man, please, y'all better go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll put these earbuds on and walk around like whatever. Because it feels good sometimes to take your hat off and lay down and realize what you done accomplished over the years. And you didn't have to die doing it. You didn't have to go to jail doing it.
You know what you do though, bro? Honestly, you express extreme gratitude. And you talk about what the Most High has done for you. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
And
got
it's
to.
it's really joyous the way that you do it. But at the same time, like, and somebody else might hear that and feel like he's flexing or something like that. But it's not really
That's a
that.
jealous heart then.
You are expressing gratitude, and gratitude is the key component in the science of getting rich.
Yeah.
And you can. You can. You can be rich and I know you rich.
Well, I mean,
No,
most
I'm
are.
saying no.
Most
Literally,
are.
literally, you can look back and start counting things and saying you rich.
Yeah.
Because God is that good. And it's so many people that you want to help and save, but you can't because he ain't going to allow you. Somebody else got to come along and do that. I like doing what I do. I like checking on you. It ain't being funny because how many people check on you just to say, how you doing? No, for real.
Man.
Or let's go do this or let's get this money together.
Not anybody that I haven't like grown up with, like how you do. You just like, bro, on the side of being friends, like, bro, you are a newer big brother that I got. So for you to call me like that and just be like, bro, you all right, bro.
I just wanna
And he
check on
always
you.
come and speak that life into me though.
And you be
You know what I'm
doing
saying?
it. You went back from gold from your mouth and all the way there, still doing stuff. And, you know,
It's
It's
good.
wonderful,
Like,
but
It was
people-
DoorDash before DoorDash.
that, was you DoorDashing before DoorDash?
Before DoorDash.
well, I started a company called Delivery Kings, and it was
You was
the
delivering
same-
food?
Same concept.
That's all right.
Or-
They better
or
go
more.
back and the DoorDash them all your money then. They don't give you your money.
I just need to find out
understand?
who owns DoorDash.
Why? Because they owe you.
Ain't you?
Because there was one person who was an angel investor. I had a business plan put together from a man named Alfredo Odesi. And
Sound like
I
he had a
knew
little
that
paper.
this
He got you.
I knew that this plan was I knew that this business was bigger than what I could really like make the most of, right? Because I didn't have shit. And I asked him to connect me with an angel investor, and he did. And I had a long conversation with this angel investor, and like I didn't never hear back from him, but he loved the idea, and he had millions and billions. I don't know if he's the person that started DoorDash or not, but I would like to know
No, because he owed you.
who started that. And if he did, he
like,
might
give me
have
mines.
just
Give me mines. But you know what?
That's why you gotta watch who you speaking your ideas to.
And you got to be
Not
careful what
everybody.
you say out loud. You do.
can't talk
You
to-
can't. You
it
can't
was
tell.
already on.
I got
like honestly though, it was already something that I was actively doing. So it is like I don't wait for somebody to come through and give
People-
me money for me to
Right.
start doing something.
Right.
So it was already rolling. Anybody could have seen what I was doing and was like, "Oh, that's a sweet idea." And if they had more money
Yeah.
or like a bigger stage
Yeah.
or platform, they could have came and just
Big bank, little bank,
took
you
it.
know.
So
But
I mean,
God protects you from a lot of bad people too.
Yeah,
When you
you
said
know
that
what
to
I'm
me
saying?
when I was up there pulling up, I love that because sometimes I forget that that He always protected me from the bad.
Yeah,
'Cause
you don't got nothing to worry
man,
about at
doing
all,
130 in a car and all that,
Right.
and He up there protecting you and all.
You got the
I'll
Most
be
High
like,
with you,
whoa, and He's right there with me. I done flipped over a car 6 times on Germantown back when I was younger. Yeah, my wife's standing there. They got me handcuffed to the bed and everything. See, I done been through a lot. But I look back on it and I can smile because I'm not there no more. I don't have to ride around in a stolen car, and I can go to the lot and get what I want when I want. I can go get this when I want. And it ain't bragging. Everybody always, you got these doctors and you got these lawyers with PhDs and stuff that ain't making the bread you be making. And you barely made it out of high school,
doing it
but you
now.
didn't even make it out of high school with your
Yeah,
class.
right.
I went back in 2008 and got my high school diploma.
You got it.
2008. And you look at people
Yeah, I had to
that
go get a GED
oh
too.
I want to be called a doctor, and no, God is the doctor.
That's their time,
God is the
though.
doctor.
Some respect.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay to be in the closet long as you praying. You ain't got to be R.
man,
Kelly.
I chop it up with a lot of people on the podcast, man, that's got those professional titles. And
They be
we
having
all
my-
about the
I
same,
got
man.
time.
You
and
know what I'm
look,
saying?
and you'll be looking at them
My
like,
title's a little smaller, but my resume says comma MBA. So yeah, I'm insulted when you calling me about a $15 to $20 an hour job. I said, did you see my name on my resume before you picked up that phone and called me?
right,
Yeah.
that's different. But I'm just looking at how they try to look
Right.
down on people. And oh, I got my bachelor's and I'm this and I want to be called doctor.
I know people.
Yeah.
that
No, my
make
pastor won't never.
$13 an hour
My
and
pastor got all of that. Now listen, he got all of that, and you would never know he got all that because he don't bring it up.
Yeah.
My pastor got that. He got a bachelor's and all of that. Him and his sister, but he don't be like call me bishop. Hey Uncle Tim, I got a problem. Me and Renee arguing at home. I need you to talk to us. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is.
Right.
Or I talk to my boy Liam and say, look, man, I'm about to leave because I done argued or something. I'm just telling you the bad.
Yeah.
And they'll be that type of person. You better not leave. You better go back home. You better go back to the house.
Right. but
You better go there and sit
you
down
just
and
say-
talk.
Right.
You better go sit down and talk to them. They way in California. He way over at his house. They be like, take care of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And them are the people that you want in your corner. You don't want nobody saying you better than that. You can leave. Go do what you want to do. You don't want them.
Right.
Woman take you for everything you got. You leave that woman and then get with another one. You think she love you. Yeah, okay. She wants your money.
Okay.
And be able to tuck you for everything you got.
And that's what
You want to be able to give your wife half and still have a whole. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen people that can get their wife's half and don't look like they missed a beat? That's how you want to live.
Look
Jeff
at
Bezos.
Right.
Ah,
But
exactly.
I ain't. Me and my wife gonna get it all.
Didn't Gates
We getting
get
it all.
divorced too, or was he about to? Well, they
Hey.
all of them, but they still got plenty. Like,
Me and my wife gonna get it all together.
Man, but to be
we ain't going
able to-
nowhere.
But that is amazing to me, though, man. How Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates,
then his wife.
How much they give them?
divorced
It's like
from
the
their
third
wives.
richest woman
Why
in
would
the
they
world
want
from
that?
divorce settlement.
Huh?
Why would they do that?
Why would the wife not want this man, or why would the man divorce his wife?
She vile.
It just seems like
Most women
damn,
file
bro,
for
you
divorce.
you couldn't
But why?
hold that down.
No, listen. When the devil is involved, you can't hold nothing down. See, the devil is
woman
in
don't
they
wanna be
devil
there
is in their
anymore.
mix. I try to keep God in my relationship so I can act right and we can get this
I
done.
feel like
Maybe
when you're
Jeff-
that high up, a lot of people are so consumed in their careers that they're not watering the people that they're with, their careers are their wives, the careers are their husbands. That's your new husband. That's your new wife. You never home.
No.
You never around here. I ain't seen you in 5 or 6 months.
My wife been in the game, and here goes
Well, it's
something that's
different
gonna
with
blow
you.
your
You're
mind.
not Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. They are way busier. Or
They,
people
but
that are
they,
like
they don't.
musical artists.
What do they have God?
I don't know, but some people are so consumed in their careers.
That they don't even know who God is,
Yep. That
and they think they are God.
Right, but they're so consumed in their careers that they forgot that they got a wife, or they forgot that they got a husband, or a boyfriend, or a girlfriend, whatever the case may be.
Listen, I never want to be so wrapped up.
They married to the
And that's what
money,
you can get to getting money and all of that, and you can forget who you are. But I'm glad that she keeps me grounded, because sometimes I want to explode and say I'm doing this, but then she be like, "You Daniel, you just Daniel," and that's how I love her, because I'm just Daniel to her.
Right.
I'm not that guy that everybody else look at that's saying, "Oh, you done went from this to this." She was right there with me the whole time. So she deserves everything and everything that I get and everything that I come into. She deserves all of it just with me, because I wouldn't rather share it with nobody else, because everybody else ain't gonna handle it like she handle it. You know what I'm saying? Other people don't know me. She know me. She knows me. She know when I'm having a bad day. She know when everything. She knows it all. She knows if I want to go to church. She knows if I want to pray. She knows everything. And a woman that study you like that is a friend. God didn't let y'all get married together to divorce each other. Love her to death do y'all part. And that's what you're supposed to do. So some men don't look at life like that. They just as broken as the woman. But I healed. So by me healing, we're going to Gatlinburg for Christmas anyway. You know what I'm saying? We on our way out. I mean, swimming pool inside, all this and that. And it's fun. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you bragging, you brag." I ain't going down to Sugars.
Right.
I'm going somewhere that's going to enjoy my family.
Right.
My son, he came and helped me. I love stuff like that. He came and helped me lift refrigerators, stoves today. All I did was ask once. He said ask 50 times for 3 days. Now, he been going to church. He been praying.
Yeah.
And he keep it so 100. He humble. And I love that. He's little Daniel. So if you see him, he's humble. I'm telling you, he's like that. But what else we got?
All right, come on. I want us.
I'm
all
going
to just
home.
have a- yeah,
I'm
want us
going
all
home
to
and
have
spend
a-
some time. I'll be at the gym at 5:30 in the morning.
I want us to all just take us out with just a final thought, some words of wisdom or something that you want to share. You know,
Just
start with you.
I would just say, just be the best that you can be, and try to be the best that you can be, and don't let nobody take you off your throne.
Yeah.
You gonna
Big
hit him?
bro.
I'm gonna
Nah,
let you hit
go
him.
ahead. No. It's on you. I talk
Listen.
all the time.
Listen, I talk all the time, but listen. I just want people to get closer to God. That's me. I want you to pray. Everything that we said here today, don't judge us off of what we said. Just go off of your feelings of where you need to be in life. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. Prayer changes all of that. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to really, really put it down, put God first. Put him first. Put him before first. You know, don't put him first. Put him before first. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you need to heal. Because if you never heal, you're going to just keep operating off of what you're doing every day with hurt still in you that you don't even know there. So put God first. And that's my thing. I love the Lord, and I'm going to continue to love him, because I know who's helping me every day. I know who's getting me up every day. I know who's encouraging me every day. It ain't the people of this world, because the people of this world is going through what I'm going through, and a lot of them don't know where to turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love y'all.
All right, man. Love everybody. We're going to see y'all on the next one. Thank you for coming through.
And
Yeah,
prayed up and
wonderful.
paid up is for everybody.
Yeah. Prayed up and paid up.
That's it.
All right, y'all. We're going to get with you on the next one. Peace.